T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Good evening, people. Happy Friday, first Friday of the year. Hope you're all well. Hope your families and friends and relatives are all well too. As always, when we get behind the mic, please make sure that you subscribe, comment, and like. Right. I'm not going to spend too long. Matt's going to be joining me in sort of maybe about half an hour's time. Want to get the phone lines open as quick as possible to give you guys as much time to talk as possible and get as many people on. Going to give you guys 3 minutes tonight to come on and express what you've got to say, and then obviously I'll respond as and when needed. The main question I've got, and look, it's a question we have to kind of address. No, do you know what? First and foremost, shout out to Mtar Mizzi for the reminder. Rest in peace to Gianluca Vialli. A really, really sad loss for the football community. Growing up, Vialli was one of the strikers who played for another team that I really admired. I can't think of anything off the top of my head where anyone had anything bad to say about him, where he did anything controversial. It's a real shame. We know what cancer is. It's a horrible condition, disease, whatever you want to call it. And unfortunately, he lost his second battle to cancer. So at this moment, we sort of just step away from football, step away from banter and laughter, and we just express our condolences to Gianluca Vialli, his family, his friends, relatives, etc. Very sad news, and yeah, he'll be missed for sure. So rest in peace, rest in power, Gianluca Vialli. So the question I had for you guys tonight was, what happens if Liverpool finish outside the top four? Now, I have a little theory, and again, these are just theories of mine, nothing concrete. Don't want to influence anyone's trail of thinking. I just want to express how I feel. I don't think it would make a massive difference to how we operate in the summer. I think we have a target list, and I think the players on our target list will come to Liverpool regardless of us being in the Champions League or not. Even if we don't have new owners. If we have new owners, obviously it'll be a lot more helpful. But look, I'll be honest, in the last couple of weeks, I've come around to the sad realization. I don't think we'll get Bellingham as things stand. I don't think we'll get Enzo. And these are two players who I think would want to play Champions League football, especially Enzo. I think Bellingham, you might be able to get one season out of him without playing Champions League football. But apart from that, I don't think you will. I don't think the spending nor the targets will be massively different. With all due respect to Gakpo as well, if we weren't in the Champions League, I still think we could get Gakpo. It's not like we're aiming to the likes of your Mbappes and your Haalands and players like that. The players that we go for, I think we could get with or without Champions League. Champions League is a bonus. It would sting, it would hurt, it would make negotiations probably more difficult, means we'll have to spend more money on wages potentially. I don't think so. I don't think it would massively hamper us. And I think that is more of a damning indication on the club as opposed to the current situation, because that to me suggests that regardless of whether we're in the Champions League or not, I don't think we'll change our plans. I think we'll go for the same players because the players we go for tend not to be at the highest echelon of football. They're players who could become players of the high echelon, but they're not there right now. So that's just my thoughts on it. Love to get your guys' thoughts on it. Love to hear what you guys think. But I am going to open the phone lines now. As always, guys, for anyone who comes in, it's 3 minutes, and then I'll obviously ask you to wind up, and then we'll get the next caller on after I go through what you've discussed. For people in the comment section who don't call in, please remain respectful of those who do call in. It's not the easiest thing to be on camera, especially if you're not used to it. So the last thing we want to do is ridicule anyone. Banter is obviously accepted and up for grabs. And then finally, as well, if you want to call in, but you don't want to show your face, this is for anyone new, by the way, who's never called in. If you want to call in and you don't want to show your face, again, that's absolutely fine. There is no requirement that you have to be on camera. It is completely up to you guys. So with that being said, let's get the first caller in. And it's someone we haven't seen for a while on the channel. It's someone whose channel I've been watching, especially one of his most recent videos, which really opened my eyes to a few things. He's someone who I admire a lot. He's someone who I think you should go and follow his channel if you're not already. Shout out to the one and only Jamie Phillips. How you doing?
I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing good. Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been too long. I understand, though, because I get how it goes. You're busy. You're doing great stuff on the channel.
Busy,
so
busy.
I'm a fan, bro. I'm a fan.
Cheers.
I'm a big fan. How you been, though, man?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. Can't complain. Just come back from Blue Water. Kids are knackered. Everything's good. So
that's the way to do it. That is the way to do it, bro. That is the way to do it.
Everything's all right, man. Everything's all right. But yeah,
what you got for us tonight, brother?
So the Jurgen Klopp situation. So you apparently can't mention the word Jurgen Klopp because everyone freaks out and thinks you want him out of your football club. And I find it a madness. But I love Jurgen Klopp, but he's done wrong this season, and he needs to be spoke about. And look, I like Jurgen, but what he's doing at this moment in time is that he's playing players that don't fit the system he wants to play, and he's going about it time and time again. Hang on 1 second, Brody.
No problem. I know it goes, bro.
And yeah, he's playing the same people all the time. Harvey Elliott's been hung out for dry, in my opinion. I like Harvey Elliott, but I think you're playing a player in a position that don't suit what Jurgen wants to do. So if he's playing this high line with attacking fullbacks, he's constantly wanting to play this way. But you've got no midfield that can press the ball and win second balls in midfield. So if you can't win the second ball in midfield, we get overturned all the time. And the opposition know that now. So all the opposition do when we play them is stay nice and tight at the back, frustrate Liverpool. And by the time 20 minutes, 30 minutes are gone, they run out of ideas. We get that loose ball in midfield. We start to press on Liverpool's midfield. They come under pressure from it. A ball over the top and we're in behind. It's so easy to play against us. It's mad how easy it is to play against us. And my worry is that Klopp keeps going at the well time and time again, the same situation time and time again. Harvey Elliott, he doesn't press. He's not a presser. Yeah, he finds it hard to win second balls back in the midfield. That's not his game, and you're asking him to do that. Thiago, I don't know what Klopp and the scouting team were looking at when they bought Thiago. It don't make sense. When they watched him at Bayern Munich and Barcelona, did they see a pressing machine? Did they see this player? No, they saw a player who likes to be protected in midfield by playing in a double pivot and one in front of him. So they protect him so they can get him on the ball in space in the midfield so they can orchestrate the midfield. You know, that's what Thiago's about. So you're asking Thiago to run up and down, left and right constantly in a 90-minute match in a 4-3-3 for Liverpool, which don't work. So I don't understand the tactics at the moment with the midfield. And my problem is I look at our team we've got, yeah. Say I told you our team tomorrow is Alisson, Trent, Robbo, Matip, Konate, Thiago Henderson, Fabinho, Darwin Núñez, Gakpo, and Mo Salah. Right, that's your 11, yeah? That 11 should not be sixth in the league. It's a poor excuse. what you should do is adapt your coaching to the players you've got left in your squad, right? If you've got players left in your squad that can't play the way that you really want them to, what you do, you get to the end of the season adapting your coaching to the players you got to get them where they need to be, and then you think about the following season what you can do again. But he's not doing that at the moment, and that is an issue.
Bro, I wish I could reach through the screen and hug you right now, bro. Yeah, bring it. I mean, I'm not even very active on Twitter, and over the last couple of days I have been. And bro, like, the moment you mention Klopp, people literally see you criticize Klopp, and the first criticism you get is you want him out. Who are we going to get instead? Bro, I'll sit here and I'll tell you, I do not want any other manager apart from Jurgen Klopp.
Who's Klopp?
At the same time,
I don't want FSG at the same time, right? Everyone knows me, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows me. Like, I was an FSG dick rider. That's what everyone says. But that dick's got soft, and I'm not on it no more. You know what I mean? So that's gone. And FSG need to set up. I look at it as like, when we were winning everything, why moan about the ownership? We're winning everything. Yeah,
I hear that.
When we lose, it's always FSG's fault, right? But when we win, no one praises them at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of person who looks at it and think, right, if FSG are doing nothing wrong, why am I sitting here complaining about the ownership? If the ownership are doing wrong now, complain about the ownership. If they can't afford to invest into a football club, then move on and sell up. At the same time, if Jurgen Klopp's tactics are wrong, it's not John W. Henry telling him from his penthouse in Boston, laying in bed watching the game, that Jurgen, you've got to play this ridiculously high line with a midfield that can't press no more. So there's faults on both sides. But as you say, Cal, the problem is that when you go after Jurgen Klopp for anything, everyone thinks you like FSG, right?
Or you want him out. Want him out.
And because there's so much FSG hate in the world now, especially on Liverpool side of things, that they don't like FSG, they look at it and think they won't blame Klopp for anything. Yeah. It's a madness at the moment. I can't see how you can sit there as a fan and go, right, yeah, Klopp's doing a magical thing at the moment. Yeah. You know, it's ridiculous. When he's doing wrong, criticize him. He's not the be all and end all. But do I want him to leave the football club? No, just want him to do better.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, bro. Jamie, I'm going to let you go. But as always, guys, in fact, I won't do it. Jamie, where can the people find and subscribe to your channel, brother?
Yeah, so it's Jamie Phillips Football Chat. So, yeah, I'm on my way to 4K now. So, yeah, the channel's been popping lately. So, yeah, it's been going well. So, yeah, go and follow me there, guys. And, yeah, it can get a bit dark over there as well. I won't lie. It's just honest. I'm just an honest guy. I see things as it is. I won't lie about anything.
Precisely.
I don't clickbait anyone. I tell everyone as it is. And if you don't like, if you like it, you like it, sort of thing,
Jamie, you're a legend, brother. Thank you so much for coming on, man, and expressing your views. Appreciate and we'll stay in contact, bro.
Definitely.
All right, blessings to you and the family, bro.
And you, man.
Take care, man. Love that guy. Absolute legend. Right, let's get the next caller on. Call my man Devonte, LFC for days.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, bro. How you doing, brother? Happy New Year, man.
Yeah, Happy New Year, man. Actually, I called in on the I think it was the time after we lost. I called in. Was at work.
Was that would that have been last Friday? I wasn't on. That was the Leicester game. We won that game.
No, we had a game. Oh, maybe it's the Leicester game because we had a game where we had the call-in on the same day as well.
Yes, that was last Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a peak shift. I was doing night shift as well, man. Yeah, that was peak. But yeah, Liverpool, man, the gift that keeps giving. The thing is with Klopp, as I've always said, I've noticed how his refusal to really rotate a club of players has become a problem. We rely too much on our first 11. It was a time where you could always predict Liverpool's first 11, so it wasn't going to be a surprise that eventually people would figure out not necessarily the system, but how to work against that system. And
Yeah.
obviously now we've had a massive. It's I don't. The problem isn't I think the system. Like I don't believe that because Pep plays quite a similar system to when he started. It's just he rotates the players so much. Those players also create different things in that system that is
Yeah.
unpredictable. But it's like with us, we've run out of ideas because we've just run out of legs. And the thing is, my problem is even when we get new players, I really don't think Klopp will rotate them well enough for me. And so, honestly, it is just as much as it's an FSG problem in terms of where we didn't spend when we were on top. It is a Klopp problem because we have been seeing the substitutions. The whole Simicast Robertson thing. Simicast only plays when Robertson is injured.
Yeah.
When I saw Klopp make the VVD substitution, I thought, geez, like you're finally doing what
Yeah.
I've wanted you to do. To then hear Van Dijk was injured. It's only ever been we've substituted an 11 starter when someone gets injured. It shouldn't be you get injured, let's do that, and this is where my problem comes. As I said, I was never on the Bellingham talk and the others because I believe we need a Genie Ronaldo replacement because we are terrible at ball retention. All those people who said that Genie Ronaldo was dead food, back pass, all of that. I hope you're happy because that was how we retained possession, whether it's back passing or not. Do you want back passing, but at least we're not conceding, or do you want us to just keep conceding and losing second balls? Because Genie Wijnaldum, he gave you pressing, he gave you winning second balls, but your Thiago and your Elliot and whatever actually benefited from, So we need a Genie Wijnaldum replacement, and we need a CDM. It's the only way, because that's why our defense looks shocking, and that's why our forwards look shocking because they're doing too much. But yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys and love you. Cheers.
No, thank you, bro. I have to bring up a comment that made me laugh. I didn't want to laugh while you're talking though. If I see this one from TJ says, "Your voice is deeper than the Pacific Ocean." But no, you're a legend, bro. As always, thanks for the support, man, and thanks for calling in.
Cheers.
And
you know what? Just before I go, I just wanted to ask: will you guys ever do like eventually, like like you guys do the Premier League panel?
Yeah.
I know it will be really difficult to organize, but will you guys ever do like an LFC panel type of thing on like if it's random call-in days or like I don't know after a random game? Because it'd be interesting to see what you guys cook up on those days.
Do you know what? We could do that. I tell you the two difficulties why we've had this season, because the fixture list is so crazy at the moment. We've not been able to add extra shows in, but also a lot of the other content creators create content similar times or same times to us. But it's definitely something we're going to try and do, because we actually had plans to do a Liverpool panel show, but we just haven't been able to at the moment. But
awesome.
Watch this space. We are gonna get something popping in the next hopefully in the next 6-7 months.
Perfect. All right, man. Thank you so much.
Nah, bless you, bro. Thank you.
Bless you. Yep.
All right, take care, man. Again, I completely agree with everything that was said. LFC for days always speaks sense. I mean, I genuinely believe CDM. I think we need 3 midfielders in it. I think we need a destroyer. I think we need a controller, and we need a box-to-box player with a more of an emphasis on attacking, so goals and assists. I don't see us happen. I don't see it happening. I genuinely believe we could get 2 in January and then 1 in the summer. We could the minimum should have been 1 in January, but I don't know if that happens. I really don't. I mean, Klopp alluded to it a little bit in the press conference today, and I know a lot of people were annoyed with what Klopp said in the press conference. I actually wasn't. I actually agreed with him. I don't think we're pressing very well from the front, but at the same time, when the press used to get past our attackers, the midfield used to snuff it out anyway. So while I agree with what Klopp's saying in terms of the whole team has to press, at the same time, where I get frustrated with him is that we still need midfielders, regardless of whether the front players press well enough or not. So it's frustrating. But right, here we go. Next caller in. Cows Netto Army. Evening, bro.
How you doing? Yeah, this may be the worst birthday present I could get, man. Because my
Oh, it's your birthday
tomorrow.
today.
No, it's
So
tomorrow.
your mic's a bit funny, brother.
Nah, sorry. I was about to say it's tomorrow, and so yeah, man. It's just this bad birthday present, man. Bad birthday present right now.
Hopefully the boys go out and win tomorrow, and it's a decent present for you.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully. It's a very, very bad thing that I can. It's okay. I'll try to put it out like this. I don't have a problem with Klopp. I don't have any malice towards him, nor do I have anything that issues with him. But the thing that I would ask is to any Liverpool fan is that if you blame FSG for the downfall of this football club, in particularly this season, I ask you, have you watched any Liverpool game this season as well? The tactics, training methods, and style of play for me have been the biggest issues this season, without a shadow of a doubt. I've watched, if I'm not mistaken, Kyle, you can correct me if I'm wrong. We've played 17 matches this season, if I'm not mistaken.
In the league, yeah. So your mic's still playing up a little bit, bro.
Oh wait, let me just quickly. Is that better?
Yeah, that is now.
Yeah, I'm sorry to people in the chat about my mic. If we played 17 Premier League games this season, Carl, one question: how many times have we dominated another team's midfield in those 17 games?
Off the top of my head, dominated. Obviously, the Bournemouth game.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I can't really think of too many more. But
Yeah.
we've actually dominated.
Yeah.
Not off the top of my head.
That's the only one I can give you guys. It's been one game for me this season as well. For me, how on earth he comes out and says the things that he's saying, and obviously, listen, you have to take what he says with a pinch of salt. But then his actions, Cacao, and I've always said this to you, and me and you talk on Twitter. I look at Klopp's actions more than his words. If his actions are getting backed by his words, what can I do about it? You can't really defend that. It's defending the indefendable or undefendable again. And listen, I'm not turning this into a Klopp in, Klopp out thing because listen, I don't want this fan base to turn like the Wenger fan base. I don't want us to be laughed at. I don't want us to be a fan base where nobody's going to this and that. But bruv, it's a long day for us, man. And listen, I have no faith for us against Brighton next week. I genuinely have no hope in that game. But the only thing that could be good for us is that even if we lose badly, could we potentially get another central midfielder? But then it goes back to the same thing over and over again. Why do we have to potentially lose to get to midfielder? But listen, big up to you, man, and whatever. And it's getting to a point now, me as a Liverpool fan, where I'm just it's just bad, man. It's just you just expect us to lose. You don't expect us to win. It's getting to that point where Arsenal were in 1920. Now, obviously, I'm not trying to go after Arsenal or whatever, but they're the best example that I can give. In that 1920 period where they were just getting dominated, losing, you could just expect the game going after and over after again. And bro, I'm gonna be real. At least when Arsene Wenger was manager, you could see there was a steady decline. This is from the top from last season, straight down the bottom, straight. And we need something, man. But hopefully, new owners. Hopefully, that's the only thing I got to highlight. That's the only thing I got to hold on to. So, but big up to the people in the chat. Big up to you, Callum.
Big up to yourself, bro.
Big up, man.
Take care, man.
Yeah, 100.
Oh, again, not much I disagree with there. I will say, I think Reese Lee in the comments. Hopefully, I got your name right. I'm almost certain your first name's Reese. Man City game. You know, I wouldn't say we dominated their midfield because no one really dominates a Man City midfield. But we stepped up that day and we dominated when we needed to dominate. So that is another game as well in answering Cal's Nettle Army's question as well. Yeah, I mean, everyone here who watches this channel regularly knows my stance on FSG. I've wanted them gone from 2017, to be honest. I've never really been on board with FSG. But if I'm going to speak objectively, I can't sit here and say that I feel as though this season is their fault. I think us not winning more trophies in the past is their fault. But if we're talking about this season, 22-23, can't sit here and blame the owners. I just can't, because winning the league was always going to be a struggle this season without signing the centre midfield. But finishing outside the top 4, with all due respect, that's all on the coaching staff and the players and all that. I can't do it. So that's where I stand on that. All right, let's get the next caller in. Chris M, how you doing, bro? Happy New Year, brother.
Callum. Yeah, Happy New Year, man.
Yourself,
Happy New Year.
Bro.
It's been a while since I've been
I
on one
know,
of these.
I know.
Like, it's been a minute. Wow.
How you
it's
been
actually
keeping?
Good, actually. It's actually my birthday today. You get me? So
Hold on a sec.
I thought it was a good time to make my debut back in it. You get what I'm saying?
You know what we got to do there?
Yeah.
We got to drop the birthday beat
up,
for
man.
you, bro. If I can find it, where's it gone? Oh, here we go. Big up, man.
Big up.
Big up.
You know what, Callum? Yeah, I've just saw those fist pops in it, and I'm just like,
I miss that.
I miss it. You know what I'm saying? And big up to Cal's Nettle Army, because I interact with this brother on Twitter, innit? And that's the calmest I've seen him in a minute. So big up to you, Cal's Nettle Army, man. And he said a lot of things that made sense to me. It's not about what Klopp says, it's about what he does. It's what his actions. And to me, his actions in the transfer market in the summer were inexcusable to me, because at the end of the day, yes, there's a set of money that is set to him. I get it. A limited amount of money. He doesn't have the oligarchs and all these men that can give him money. But he chose Nunes at the end of the day, when we all knew the priority in the summer was the midfielder. It was the midfielder at the end of the day. Everything else was secondary. So to me, I get it. Mane left, but you knew Mane was going to leave in a year. So why did you feel the need to buy another attacker when you've got Firmino, Jota, Luis Diaz, and Mohamed Salah? That was not priority. The priority was the midfielder. So guys spilling this, the Nkunku stuff. No, to me, that don't matter. You needed to get a midfielder, and you failed to do that in the summer. And it's because it comes back to the loyalty. It comes back to the stubbornness, where he feels like he can coach players into doing a certain thing, which they can't do. I've already said at the start of the season, to me, Elliot, you cannot rely on youngsters. You cannot rely on youngsters to sustain you any sort of title challenge. I said this from the beginning, because they're too young. You can't expect them to know themselves in this situation. We didn't know ourselves when we were 19. You get what I'm saying? We didn't. So how are you expecting Harvey Elliott to come in and hit the ground running? To me, it made zero sense to me. So to me, it comes back to Jurgen Klopp's stubbornness. It comes back to him being inflexible in his tactics. And we saw this in 2021 with Jurgen Klopp. When things were breaking down, he always reverted to type. I rely on my generals, 4-3-3, we go again. He played Henderson at centre-back when he had Nat Phillips there. He played other midfielders in centre-back when he had available defenders. And it took him so long for him to adapt to the tactics and realise, let me put my best midfielders where they're best at. And let me get the natural defenders in their position. And guess what? The system started working again. And the unfortunate thing this time is we can't do that. We can't do that because at the end of the day, he doesn't have the personnel. And the reason he doesn't have the personnel It's because of Jurgen Klopp at the end of the day. And to me, I'm a ride or die for the brother, and he's giving me my first Premier League, man. I never thought I'd see that in my lifetime, innit? However, we got to call him out when he does this bullshit. We got to call it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's just me, man. I just feel like Jurgen Klopp has to show a lot of the responsibility of how we got here, because we needed a midfielder. He didn't give it to us, and now it's accumulated. We all saw this coming, and yeah, you reap what you sow, in it. You reap what you sow.
Chris, before I let you go, bro, I actually agree with everything you're saying. The one thing I have to question, though, and this is not even me saying you're wrong for saying this, I have to question it. Maybe I'm questioning myself more than anything.
Yeah, okay.
Because we lost Mane in the summer, I do think a lot of us would have said that Núñez was still a priority. The problem is, Gini Wijnaldum should have been replaced from the summer before.
Exactly.
And he wasn't. So we had two priorities going into the summer. It was a striker and a centre midfielder. We only addressed one. We've had two priorities going into this transfer window, which was an attacker and a centre midfielder. We've only addressed one. And I feel as though we're only going to address one. For me, the issue becomes when 2 out of 2 windows, you neglect the same position. I have an issue. And don't get me wrong, I'm not even gonna lie and be shameless and say, let's say, for example, we signed a centre midfielder, but we didn't sign an attacker. I'd still have annoyance in myself.
Of course.
Because
but
we needed both, but I'd understand it.
Yeah, but we can at least say, okay, I understand the vision here. As much as we love the gap post signing, at the end of the day, are any of us really confident that we're going to get a midfielder? I'm not confident that we're going to get a midfielder this window. And unfortunately, we need a midfielder in here now, because Klopp is not going to change his tactics. We know this. The whole world knows this at this point. He's not going to change his tactics. So he needs the players that can do the thing in the system. It's as simple as that. And yeah, we're in a crossroads with Jurgen Klopp to me. Let me just finish it off. We're at a crossroads, people. Jurgen Klopp, FSG, one of them have to fall, because this combination is lethal. It does not work for us, because one of them's stubborn on the tactical side, one of them stubborn in releasing the funds, and yeah, it's just not working out. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But to me, Jurgen Klopp is always the guy for me, guys. Remember this, fam. FSG are the enemy here. Jurgen Klopp, once he gets his signings, we are back. It's as simple as that. We're back when we get those signings. But if they're still here, we're fucked. We're fucked. So it's as simple as that. So yeah, big up, man.
Chris,
big up.
Big up yourself, bro. Thank you so much for calling in, bro.
No worries, man. No worries, man. I'll always be here, man. I'm coming back. Bro. Don't worry. I'll be here more regularly, man.
Enjoy the rest of your birthday as well, bro.
I will, man. I will. I'll be watching, man. Big up, man.
Bless
big
you,
up,
bro. Thank you, man.
Bless, man.
Take care.
You too.
Big up, Chris, calling in on his birthday. That's love right there, man. Yeah. Again, I completely agree. Look, FSG Klopp ain't working. It just isn't. One has to go. But I'll be real with you. It has to be FSG. And the reason I say FSG at this point, I have faith in Klopp to get it right if he gets more money and backing from ownership. Now, that being said, I am going to be straight with everyone. If we get new owners and within 6 months I still see Klopp doing up a madness, I've got to call him out. The reason why I'm FSG out and not Klopp out is because Klopp, for me, this is the first season where I'm seeing dramatic downfalls. In previous seasons, I've seen things that have really frustrated me. 18-19, not enough rotation when we could have maybe gone for that league. 2021, as Chris alluded to, not playing centre-backs that we had in that Phillips Reece Williams and allowing the centre midfielders to play in their rightful positions. So this is the first season where I'm seeing a domino effect of just mistake after mistake. Whereas for FSG, I've been seeing mistakes pretty much from the beginning of their tenure. So I'm FSG out. I'm not Klopp out. I want Klopp in, but he needs to change something ASAP. Right, let's get the next caller on. I like Tom Mizzy in the building. Yes, bro. How are you? Good, bro.
Nah, man. I gave my viewers review, and there's not much to say. You know what? I said a few weeks ago it was peak, and this is like it reached to a plateau whereby here back in regional football, the final standings, my country, Brunei, we conceded 20 goals. So, on the other side, Liverpool with the performance against Brentford, man, I don't know why I'm still watching football sometimes. I ask myself.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard. It's hard. I know. And talk about Klopp, Jurgen Klopp. I remember when he signed, I was looking forward to his press conference and stuff. Like this Hollywood manager who just came in after sabbatical and all that. Now I was like, when there's a conference, I just can't be bothered. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is, and the results and the performance have been shown on the pitch and all that. I'm not gonna talk about a lot more on Liverpool stuff. Rather, do you know what? I'm very curious on João Felix, because I think a lot of streams have been some of the panels like you guys yesterday talk about João Felix, whether he's gonna move to Arsenal, United, and all that.
Yeah.
My question is to you, Carl. If you're João Felix, where are you gonna trying to focus on your next career and all that? Like, where you're gonna place your position? I mean, yeah, like the next club that you're gonna be at, like analyzing the leagues and stuff. Because in my opinion, I would be heading back to Benfica to revive my career and all that, or possibly Napoli, because that brother Cavacilia, the Georgian, yeah, it seems like he might move next summer. So it makes sense to me. Like, João Felix would be a candidate to replace him. But that's just my question there this week. And yeah, like I said, I digress with all the football. And big up to the callers, to the viewers, especially who gave the reviews and stuff. But yeah, big up to you guys.
Big up
That's
to you
all I
as
have to
always,
say.
bro.
Yeah.
Bless you as
All
always,
good.
man.
Bless.
Take
Yeah,
care,
take
brother.
care.
Thank you as always, man. João Felix. All right. So Shameless Cal's back for a couple of minutes. We know, for whatever reason, Carvalho is not getting a look in number 10 position. We also know Elliot's not ready yet. We also know Bobby's coming towards the end of his prime years, etc. You see, if we'd already sorted out centre midfield, that's the guy I'd be trying to put all my eggs in the basket for. If you were to bring in a João Felix and we actually were serious about doing this 4-2-3-1, Núñez might miss a bag of chances, but Núñez still ends up with a hat-trick most games because we're going to be getting 10 chances a game. Because if he's getting 5-6 chances a game now, with João Felix, that's only going to improve. João Felix under Jurgen Klopp would do an absolute madness. Just look at what he did with Coutinho. João Felix would do a madness. But I know we're not in for him. I know we're not going to get him. If I'm João Felix and I'm moving this January, I can't look past Arsenal. Man United have got Bruno Fernandes, so I suppose you could rotate between the two. Arsenal, I mean, Odegaard's their captain. Odegaard would be the player he'd probably be battling with. I just think Arsenal, he could play on the left. He could play through the middle with Arsenal. He could also play instead of Gabriel Jesus. I hate to say it, especially with Guna Lee in the comments as well. Arsenal would be a very good fit for him. It'd be a very good fit. I can't think of many other teams who would fit better. Napoli's a great shout. Napoli is a great shout because they're playing some excellent football. They got some ballers there. I mean, if Barcelona went back to playing a 10, you could argue he'd do well at Barcelona behind Lewandowski. Bayern Munich as well, although they've got Musiala who would play there, Thomas Müller as well. And now, if I'm not mistaken, João Felix is a good friend of Jota and was at the, I think, Carabao Cup final to watch. If we were serious, we'd try and get him. We won't. I'd be very shocked if João Felix doesn't go to Arsenal. I'd be very shocked. Don't see him at Chelsea. He'd be stupid to go to Chelsea right now. But if he goes to Arsenal, I already think they're going to win the league. But if he goes to Arsenal, I think it's a guarantee. Do you know what? EMJP, Newcastle's a bloody shout. Oh, I always forget about Newcastle. Newcastle's a shout. Bruno Guimaraes in centre midfield with another centre midfielder. Him in a 10 behind Isak. Newcastle's a shout. Newcastle's a bloody shout. Newcastle's a shout. City, I'm surprised Pep wouldn't go in for him. They don't effectively play with a 10. I mean, do you know what? City's not bad either because you could go Haaland or João Felix, and then you can have Julian Alvarez playing from the wings as well. City, Arsenal, and Newcastle in the Premier League. They make the most sense. Newcastle with João Felix would be a smart move. It would be. He's got a big decision to make because his next move, I think, would define his career. The move to Atletico Madrid just wasn't the right one. This next move defines his career. He has to get it right. Or else we're going to be speaking about João Felix in 5-6 years' time saying what could have been. And I'll be honest, if he goes to another Premier League team, I hope we are having that conversation because I don't want him to be fantastic at another Premier League team. If he goes to another team outside the Premier League, all the best. But yeah, he's got a big decision to make. It'll be very interesting. Very interesting. Right, I'm going to bring on the next caller. Jamal, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear. But Kal, can you put me in when Matt's here?
Okay, yeah, of course I can.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks.
I'll drop you out and then come back in, yeah?
Thanks, bro. Thanks.
No problem, bro. All right, we're going to get our next caller on. The legend.
I wasn't here last week because of reasons. I was with my sister looking after their sons. I was on Jamie Phillips's channel yesterday.
Sorry to cut you. Did you say something was wrong with your sister?
No, I was looking after her kids last week. That's why I wasn't.
Good. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's why I wasn't on last week. I was having a rant on James Phillips's show yesterday on his chat. Yeah, and as I was saying, and now I'm hearing reports that John W. Henry apparently has made a deal over there with his team over there, 270 million. What's that all about? Eh? So this guy is sitting here making up excuses, is he now? I've told you 100 times I want this guy out of my club. No more excuses. You said that. You said a few minutes ago he's to blame. I told you before, and I'll say it again. We are not Tottenham Hotspur. We don't celebrate finishing 4th place. We don't celebrate finishing 3rd place. We don't celebrate finishing 2nd. This isn't the Olympics where you do the 100 meters race and you get a 3rd place medal, you get a 2nd place medal, and then you get a 1st place medal in the flipping 100 meters. Yeah? Only the 1st place team gets the medals and the trophies, not the flipping 2nd and 3rd place. We're not Tottenham. Right? There's only one fan. I forgot one more thing. There's only one fan in that fan base, and that's Expressions, who has ambition. Yeah? That guy, oh yeah, Robbie from Arsenal, yeah, Sophie from Chelsea. Those fans are the only ones from their respective fan bases who have ambition. Of course, DT's another, but let's not talk about him because of controversials.
Yeah,
right?
You have a techie one there.
Yeah. And the other thing is, right, So you're talking about if we don't get into the top four. Well, if we don't get in the top four, like I told you 2-3 weeks ago, I want John W. Henry to sell the club. And just before selling, ask questions. I'm hearing a lot of reports about partial sales. I don't want to hear partial sales crap. I want this guy to be on the phone to owners all over the world, from America to Brazil, no, from Brazil to Africa to North Asia to Germany, all around the world, and keep doing it. Rinse, repeat. You ask questions, you get answers. If they say no, you reject and on to the next owner. That's what you do. You don't take flipping 10 years. We are not Torquay United, right? One title in 13 years. In 13 years, I want to see doubles. I want to see trebles. The last point is this. Klopp is also to blame, right? You said that he's, right? He's also to blame, constantly picking favourites again and again and again. Like, change the flipping tactics. Right? He's not a god. He can be criticized and he can be questioned. He's not a god.
Yeah, agreed.
He's not a god. Right? Our fans acting like he's a god. He's not a god. And I told you a few weeks ago, this reminds me of 2015-16 season. No, 14-15 season. Are you seeing where this is going?
Yeah, I said this as well. Said the same thing.
And this reminds me of Steven Gerrard last season, because that was Steven Gerrard's last season, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I have some very bad memories. I won't even talk about that last game. I won't even mention it. That was horrible. So I want this guy to just go. I don't care anymore. In fact, just leave. The sooner John W. Henry is out of the club, the better. He's been linked with basketball teams in the NBA. Just take the money and go, because finishing fourth is dog poo, right? It's horse poo, it's diarrhea, right? It's diarrhea, right? Like I said on the John Smith show yesterday, it's diarrhea, right? Anyway, I've got to let you go because others have got to come on this show. Otherwise, I'll be
appreciate.
I'm
going to chop up what you said now, Bruno. I'm going to chop up what you said now because I've got a little theory. So I'm going to chop up something now. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Bless you, bro. Thank you as always for calling in.
Thank you very much. Shout out to Drifty and Matt when they come on later.
Bless you, bro. I will do.
Thank you very much.
Nice one, bro.
Thank you.
I love that guy. All right. I let me just make it clear. I agree with Bruno. I want FSG gone. This has just hit me, guys. So bear with me a little bit if I'm a little slow in getting this out to you. We need a centre midfielder. I don't think anyone could deny that, right? As things stand right now, though, the squad is at full capacity. So I'm going to read off what I believe is our 25-man squad. Ali, Kelleher, Adrian, 3 goalkeepers, which is required. So that's 3. Trent, Gomez, Nat, Virgil, Canate, Matip, Robbo, Simicas, Naby, Fabinho, Hendo, Thiago, Millie, Jones, Ox, and Artur. Firmino, Salah, Gakpo, Diaz, Jota, Nunes. Now, you would have heard I've admitted Elliott and Carvalho because they're both under 21. They don't have to be registered. That's 25 men in the squad. I asked you guys. It's a 25-man squad. Yeah? You have to have 8 homegrown players in the squad. So the 8 I've got is Kelleher, Trent, Gomez, Nat. So that's 4. Hendo, Milner, Jones, Ox. So those are my 8 again, right? We can't bring in a centre midfielder until someone goes. We actually can't. Someone's got to go. We have to sell someone. Who goes? See, if Nat goes, who's maybe the only one in the squad that Klopp maybe will look at and go, yeah, I'll move Nat on. If Nat goes, then we still won't be able to bring in a centre midfielder. And the reason that is because we'd have to register either Elliott or Carvalho to have 8 homegrown players. Again, am I mistaken? I hope I'm not mistaken here, guys. If I'm mistaken, please someone jump in now so I don't go down this rabbit hole. But even if we were to sell Nat, if we were to sell a homegrown player, we'd have to replace that person in the squad because we have to fill the homegrown of 8 players. So again, it doesn't even really make sense selling a homegrown player. It doesn't make sense selling Nat as things stand. I don't think we're going to terminate Artur's loan because we paid for that, and that's for the season, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't see Klopp just randomly unregistering someone. And I ask you guys, not even to gaslight here, but if he's not going to be one of the homegrown players, the only 3 I look at that maybe you think are going to be unregistered, or only 2, is Naby and Artur. I don't see Klopp doing that. I don't see him unregistering a player and letting them just freeze out in the cold. Again, Belgium Pops LFC, we could say to Adrian as well. But again, if Adrian is taken off the register, all right, so let me try and work this around now. Let's say we take Adrian off and put Harvey Davies in. That gives us another homegrown. Then we sell Nat. So we've replaced the homegrown. That's the only way around it. Nat, Naby, or Ox or Artur have to be unregistered. It's got to be one of those 4. I don't see that happening. I don't see anyone coming in for Naby or Ox in January. No one's coming in for Artur. I don't think we're going to cancel the loan, because if we were going to cancel the loan, we'd have done it by now. And I don't know if anyone comes in for Nat. Our hands are truly, I feel as though our hands are truly tied behind our back. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, by the way. Let me know what you guys think. Right, let's get our next caller in. Kilo.
Yo, what's good?
What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
I don't know, man. I'm not in a good mood, man. This Liverpool shit got me fucked up and shit. So, you know,
it's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, I was like, on the game, I was like screaming at the TV. My wife's like, "Yo, calm down and shit."
Yeah.
And I replayed her the first goal that we conceded. She's like, "What the fuck's going on there?" I'm like, "You see?" But just to touch real quick on like the unregistering players. We could theoretically, because in my medical experience, he shouldn't be playing this season. We could unregister Diaz.
Shout. That's a shout. Yeah.
But I know it's not going to happen because all the reports are saying that he's going to be back or whatever, according to Liverpool and stuff. And then with the whole Arthur thing, he can't be sent back. There's a clause in his contract that we're pretty much paying
4.5.
Yeah, so you can't send them back, unfortunately. So in regards to bringing a midfielder in right now, like, we're asked out and stuff. But anyway, I wanted to talk about, you said you wanted to bring in 3 midfielders in, right?
Yeah.
I want to bring in 4.
Okay.
Now, would you consider Kevin De Bruyne a 10?
At his core, yes, but he's a hybrid now.
Yeah. So I think we need someone like that.
Same.
Now, not like, because I think that the 10 is a dying position. I think because of the 4-3-3, I think people are changing to be more of 8s or hybrids, like you say. I think we need a 10 because the Brentford game kind of showed that we can't break down. And we've been saying that for years, though, right? Like when teams play this low block, we can't break them down and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think we do need I think we need 2 8s, a 6, and a 10. But I don't think we're gonna do that in the summer. That's like a lot of players in one like position and stuff. I think, but priority, I think we do need a 6 and an 8. I think that's something we do need like right now. I started looking into this Mano Kone that you speak about. He's kind of nice. How you go from, man? Like I wasn't. Everyone was talking about him. Like, whatever, man. I'm gonna say some South American players and shit. You know me and shit. Ambassador for my South Americans and shit. And I looked him up, and apparently there's a report that apparently he's the plan B to Jude Bellingham or whatever. And it kind of got me tight, right?
Together.
I kind of got tight because apparently there's reports that Tchouaméni was our first target, right? And that Jude Bellingham was the plan B or whatever. But they're two completely different players. Yeah. So, like, I'm confused. And then, like, Kone's, I think, a little bit more aggressive than Jude Bellingham. So I don't understand the plan A, plan B type concept.
For me, Kone should have been the plan B to Tchouaméni.
There you go. Yeah.
That's what it should have been.
Yeah. And I got 3 players that I have in mind that I would like Liverpool to bring in. I don't want to butcher his name, but he plays for Feyenoord. He's he's like a Turkish guy. He plays similarly to Enzo Fernandez, but he's a lot cheaper. I think he's really good. And then the sporting midfielder I told you about.
Yeah,
me and Jamrock have been talking about.
Yeah.
He's Jamrock as well. He's so good.
I've watched some of his compilations. He does seem good. I can't sit here and say he's brilliant. I've not watched him play. The compilations I've seen, he looks very good.
He's good, and then Kone, hopefully, and I think like if you average out 120 million euros that they want to pay for Enzo, you can get all 3 of them for that price. So and I also I was talking to Jamrock earlier. Maybe because I'm American, right? And I don't live in England, and I don't know. Why is there so much hate for FSG? And I want, like, I know people are going to be like, yo, Chris, man, bury him alive and shit, right? So, but I just want to understand because for every little thing that's wrong with Liverpool is FSG's fault. And I'm just kind of confused in that way. And we're the same fan base, right? That will sit there and cut ass on people, on other teams for spending so much money. Like Arsenal last season, ha. You paid 150 million for these players and you suck. Or Chelsea spending all this money, and then we'll sit there and say, we did it the right way. We're net spend kings.
Yeah.
We won all this stuff for not spending all this money. A bunch of we hypocrites, yo.
Yeah.
So what is it? You know, for the past 3 seasons, right? I'm not saying it's a lot of money, but for me, it's a lot of money. Liverpool has spent 213 million on a new attack. No one's talking about it.
Yeah, only 23 million on midfield.
You know, so I don't know, man. Like, you know, maybe people can come on and help me understand why there's so much hate. You know, because I was talking to Jim. There's a lot of if and buts, a lot of assumptions. There's no facts, and I think misinformation is what clouding a lot of people's judgment, so yeah. But
I'm gonna chop that up now. It's a very good question, bro. I'm gonna chop that up now.
You know what I mean? So let me get out of here and stuff.
Nah, bless you as always. We'll stay. We'll chat anyway, bro.
Yeah, we'll chat anyway or whatever.
Yeah, man. Blessings to you and the family,
Matt,
bro.
Yeah, Matt and Drifty good, right?
Yes. Matt will be here soon, but Drifty's good as well.
He's probably eating right now, right?
No. No, Matt had work late. He had late work today.
He lied to you, man. He's on the buffet right now and shit. You know what I mean? All right. Make sure text him, be like, yo, dust off the beard before you come in with the clothes. You know what I mean? But let me get out of here, man. Below.
Big up yourself.
And big up Ryan LFC's in the chat, bro. His channel is
Ryan in the chat.
Yeah, bro. His channel is so fire, bro. Like, it's so educational, bro. Like, me and my wife watch him and stuff like that. You know, she be dying and stuff because You know, the accent and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's like she reminds him of home and shit.
Yeah,
So,
facts.
you know what I mean? But let me get out of here and stuff. Number
Bless
love,
you,
yeah.
brother.
Bro.
Take care, man. Yes, big up Ryan as always, man. Ryan, we need to talk as well, man. We ain't had a proper catch up in a while, so Ryan, man, we'll chat later on tonight. All right, FSG. It's a very, very valid point from Chris, by the way, and Jamrock, who they've been speaking back and forth. Why is there so much hate towards FSG? Again, I can only speak for myself. I always do. I don't like to speak for the Liverpool community. I big up yourself, Sam, as well. I see you in the building, Sam. I can only speak for myself. I don't like to speak on behalf of all Liverpool fans. I don't think that's fair. The reason why I dislike FSG so much is from the beginning of their tenure, I feel they've always done the bare minimum just to get by. And even though we did win everything under them effectively, it almost feels as though we won those things in spite of FSG, as opposed to because of FSG. Because of FSG, excuse me. Now, what I will say is, I've never really been one to... I may banter Chelsea, Man City, and all these clubs and stuff. The whole doing it the right way, I really don't care, if I'm going to be honest. Like, honestly, I don't, because I just want to win. I'm not saying I want to cheat, which I think other clubs have done, and I've made that very clear who I think those teams are. I don't want to cheat to win. But at the same time, I don't think I've ever sat here and gone, I want Liverpool to spend in excess of 150 mil every summer. But just go a bit above and beyond. And I'll compare it to almost a job and a relationship between two people, whether it be friends or spouse or whatever. If I only do the bare minimum in my relationship with my wife, she's going to get to a point one day where it's like, if you love me, you should be able to go a little bit beyond the bare minimum. And I'm not even saying she's going to be expecting crazy things and all that, but surely you can go just beyond the bare minimum. Like, if you've got friends and you really value your friends, you don't just do the bare minimum. You sometimes go above and beyond. I'm not saying you have to do it all the time, because you've got to look after yourself as well. But I feel as though you go just a bit beyond what you need to, just to show what's going on, how you feel. The fact that I'm not seeing them even do the bare minimum sometimes, it's frustrating to me. And it's like, I look at other teams and I'm like, well, we could have just spent an extra 50. If we spend an extra 50 mil in the summer just gone, I think we're nice at the moment. But at the same time, where I have to be fair to FSG, I don't know if it's them or Klopp. And a shout out to Imran. I don't even know if Imran's in the chat at the moment. Imran messaged me and kind of opened my eyes to something. We've all been speaking, saying that Liverpool Football Club can spend around 200 odd million at the moment because of FSP and the lack of spending we've done. Effectively, that's not FSG's money. That's Liverpool's money. If that money's there, then... Again, I'm only hypothetically speaking here, but if that money's in the kitty and it's not coming from FSG's pocket, isn't that the club's money? Why would FSG say no to spending that money? And again, I'm not trying to create a narrative here. I'm just asking the question because let's say, for example, I don't know, Steve, in 10 years' time, Stevie says, Dad, can you get me these pair of trainers? And I'm like, how much are they? And he's like, £100. I go, I'm not spending £100 on a pair of trainers when you're going to go out of them in a month or two. And he turns around and says, but Dad, I've got birthday money. I've got £100 birthday money. I can still say no to him, but there's no point me really saying no because it's his birthday money. So if we've got money as a club, irrespective of FSG's money, then isn't that on Klopp and them guys to spend and rewarding that lot. So again, I'm asking questions because I'm trying to maybe answer questions inside my head. I've got voices inside my head. Call me Randy Orton. But if it's not FSG's money, it's Liverpool's money, then I'm not saying Klopp can just dive into the checkbook. But isn't the conversation, well, you're not spending the money, FSG. This is what I want. I'm the expert here. Let me go and get this man because we've got 200 odd million. Seems weird to me. I don't get it. But to answer your original question, Chris, I think the hatred toward FSG is we didn't capitalize when we were on top. And I think that's down to FSG. They do the bare minimum. And it's frustrating watching our rivals get more backing than our manager, who is better than most of these other managers. So just to answer your question. Right. Gotta bring in the main man. One of the co-hosts on the channel. The big man himself. Man,
yo, what's going on, bro? What's going on? Well, so I'm late as well, bro. I thought I'd get here a bit earlier, but
nah, you're cool, bro. Come on now.
It wasn't to be. But no, big up everyone in the chat. Blessings to you as well, Carl, for holding it down. Do you know what I'm saying?
Come on.
You know what time it is. It's the Kall-In show, the show that we all love to be a part of, man.
Kall-In.
You know what I'm saying? Kall-In. But yeah, man,
right. Let's get the next caller in. Jamal was asking for you specifically, Matt. So
was he?
Bring him in now.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
Jamal.
Yeah, are you guys good?
Yes,
Blessings,
brother. How are you?
Yeah, man. I just want to say the only positive thing I'm gonna say about Liverpool is: have you guys seen the kit for next season? The home kit.
Yes, I have.
It's clean, you know.
It's clean. It's clean.
Yeah, because they did a mock-up on Salah, and bro, it looks clean.
All right, let me have a look.
Yeah.
It's very clean.
Do you know what? Actually, no, I'm not buying a new kit next season.
No, Carl. No.
This is how they get me, though, man.
Yeah, that's true.
No, wait, Carl, you said, but we'd have new owners, Carl. That's what you've been telling us.
All right, cool. I'll go have a look.
You know what I'm saying? New owners.
But yeah,
nice,
what I have to say is, guys, man, I want to go back to Doha, man. I want to go Qatar. I mean, come on, Liverpool. Yeah, I want to go Qatar. I want to go and watch the World Cup, man, because this Liverpool thing, man, it's messing with me, man. Because after I watch the game, the Brentford game, after I watch the game, I come out the room and my brother see me and he said, "Bro, your energy is disgusting, bro." The guy only looked at me once, and he see my body language. That's after watching Liverpool, man. He thought my girlfriend broke up with me, but I said, bro, it's worse. It's worse than that. It's Liverpool, man. It's just bad. But the thing I have to say is Klopp, man. I noticed when you guys mentioned Klopp, there's a lot of people angry, man. They remind me of the Salah fanboys. You remember one long time when you guys cussed Salah, these guys used to just be in the chat, just saying all kind of madness. That's how I find the Klopp guys are. But I want to say this. Did you guys find it weird that when this guy had Buvac, the guys used to create so much number 10s? Because it was Götze, Mkhitaryan, Kagawa, even with Liverpool, Coutinho. And now, like, the guy, he moved with Blenders now, and, like, he forget what to do with a number 10. Because I'm not saying Carvalho is as talented as those guys. But, bro, like, the guy doesn't even know what to do with Carvalho. So, is Klopp as good as his number 2? Meaning, when he was with Buvac, he was playing attacking football, high-pressing football, and he done a complete 180 when he's with Lenders right now. So I want to know, I know he have tactics because Klopp is a world-class manager. You can't be a world-class manager at this level without having tactics. But does he rely on his number 2 for his tactics? Because, bro, the difference between Buvac to Lenders is different. And the second thing I want to say is, guys, I'm sorry, man. I'm wrong. I said this on the last Kall-In show. I need back the legs in midfield, man. You know, I was one of the first guys who used to cuss the bricks in midfield. I never said I wanted Genie out, but I was one of the guys who say we need some tech, man. And I think all of us done it. But, bro, we need our legs back, man, because I was just watching the games, man. Obviously, there's Manchester City game in 18-19. bro, you see how we moved them up. You see how Genie, Henderson, and Fabinho. The person was mad. We was cutting off the lanes, and bro, I even watched the Manchester United game, the 2-0 when Salah did the run. You guys remember that game, bro? Genie, I miss those days. I miss those days, because guys, in those 2 seasons, we never get bullied. Guys run show midfield now, like when you eat a bad curry and you have to go to the toilet, bro. That's how. I'm frightened with anybody who have any PNP. Like, bro, any team would have somebody who could run with the ball. I am shook. You know how mad that is.
Yeah.
So,
man.
The 3 midfielders I want, it will be Mateus Nunes, Kone, and Jude, man. I feel if we get that, I feel like easy. But Carl, I just have one receipt I want you guys to hear. You might laugh. It might be funny.
S760. What 10s are even out there that we can afford? Isco. I know you man don't really rate Isco. Isco.
He got the legs, pal.
I don't want a man who's got legs anymore, but we keep on talking about legs, bro.
Yeah, no, that's true, No, but pal,
no,
bro, this ain't a Victoria's Secret runway model, bro. Man don't need legs right now. Man just needs
all I hear about is has man got the bro? I don't.
No,
care.
when I
Bro,
say
legs, bro. Got hella legs. We got bare legs, bro. Bare legs. Bare legs. Bro. Maybe I want some chicken breast this time, bro. Maybe I want some chicken breast this time, bro. Why is it and the man
no, Cal's right, man. The leg's the piece you don't want to see when you open the box.
No,
come on, guys, come on. You know what
I'm being real, bro. I want checkers. Sorry, man. Let me just read these.
Well, you get your wish, bro. How is that it?
Hold on, wait. No, you can't just do me like. When did I say? What year was this? I said that.
Then that was the game against Leicester in 18-19 when we was going for the title. Remember we drew 1-1.
Bro, 4 years ago, I was justified in saying that we had bare legs.
I know, but the reason why I show that is, bro, we was cussing that the legs midfield. But bro, we'll do anything to have a prime Jordan Henderson and Genie now. Yeah, we want it back now. That's the point. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Just give me some PNP. Yeah, man.
No, so here's the thing. You see, at that time, we only had PNP.
Yeah, that's true.
So if we had a prime Hendo, Fab, and Genie,
yes,
and we added Thiago to that,
no, yeah,
untouchable.
Bro. And we never did that.
We never did it. That's the problem.
That's the point. Final thing for I want to say, people talk about the window that finished us. People say it was last in the season. But for me, it was the season when we win the league. You see, season when we win the league, that was the window, man.
Champions League. Yes. Remember when we got Adrian flipping the
window.
Vandenberg and Harvey
That's
Elliott.
the window. That's the window. Bro, if we did buy, if we did buy 2 midfielders or a striker at that window, I think we're set. Or we might have win the double that year. Yeah, man. But hi, guys. So man, that's it. Next week again. Hopefully we beat Wolves, man. But I don't know, man. I'm sure that midfield, man, it's too weak, man. It's too weak. But yeah, guys.
Big up, bro.
Big up, bro. Blessings, bro. Do you know? I just want to quickly say as well, before we get onto your bit, Cal. Yeah, big up Mark K, because Mark K was like, Matt wants the tech midfield. Mark, listen. Big up as you, Mark, each and every time. But one thing I wanted to kind of clarify, remember, and people can quote me on this, I said, I want techie, but I want a bit of both. I said, I want pace and power with tech. And I said, I kind of want the perfect midfielder. I said, Genie Wijnaldum is the type of midfielder that we kind of need to go and get because he had the pace and power, but the tech to go with it. So I just wanted to clarify that, Mark. But yeah, man, listen, it's crazy how sometimes you don't realize what you have until it's gone. But I also understand, Cal, where you came from, because in that time and in that midfield, that's all we had, bro. It's just PNP in it. That's all we had, bro. We didn't have no tech. The killer thing is that when we got when we got Thiago and Genie was still there, what was going to happen, and we didn't realize was going to happen, or we kind of knew, was that Thiago was the Genie replacement. We just needed to keep Genie at that time, or at least go and get a player who has Genie's traits. That's one thing I think where Liverpool have fallen off. we haven't replaced Gini Wijnaldum, not the player, but even just like the traits that he has, the traits. That's the one thing that I think we've lacked. And if I'm being honest, Cal, and listen, it burns me to say this, but you guys know I'm real. Much as you people joke on the show, I think Naby Keita was supposed to try and be that guy, and it just never happened. Let's just keep it a buck. He was bought for 50 odd mil, and you know, so imagine I was looking at a list of all
Klopp
the players.
tried to replace Genie twice.
Yeah, I was looking at the players, Cal.
Ox and Naby. He tried to replace him twice.
Naby was supposed to be that player where once Genie got older, Naby Keita was supposed to kind of take over the mantle, because Naby Keita is a technical player. Wouldn't say it was as powerful as Genie, but definitely had the tech, and he was pretty athletic, not crazy athletic, but athletic enough to work in our midfield. And injuries and disruptions just haven't worked. So I feel like even though we did try, when we realized it wasn't going to work, the club made a mistake of still just going, nah, but he'll be all right. Nah, but he'll be all right. And that's to Ox and Naby. I think they should have realized and gone, do you know what? This plan ain't working. We're going to have to go and get someone else who's reliable, because these two players, as good as they can be on their day, they're just unreliable. Like, it's crazy, bro. I can't even lie to you. I just got to keep it a buck, innit? So
agreed. To answer Jamal's first question, is Klopp as good as his number 2? No, but it seems as though he trusts his number 2 sometimes to his detriment, and it feels as though he's doing that at the moment. There's no way Pep Linders could lace Klopp's boots as a manager. There's no way Buvac could lace Klopp's boots as a manager. But you see the two different styles, and it feels like it didn't feel like Buvac had this sort of influence over Klopp, and Buvac was he was best man at his wedding. Like, they were best friends.
Best friends, bro.
Like, again, I don't even want to get into what, because God only knows what caused a split to happen. They don't even speak about each other or anything anymore, which is, to me, that's the biggest shame.
Yeah.
But it feels as though he put so much trust into his number 2. Well, I'm telling a lie. It seems as though he put so much trust into Pep that he can't take off the blinders.
Do you know what I say about Jurgen Klopp? For me, he's still the best manager for Liverpool that we could actually attain and have. He's still the best. Where I will give him criticism for, in my opinion, is from a tactical point of view, and that comes down to coaching. Yeah. I think as Klopp has gotten older, he's probably more relied upon his number 2s for tactical awareness, so to speak, or just things that you can change. Because if I'm not mistaken, Jurgen Klopp was very hell-bent on, I'm going to start with a 4-2-3-1 when I first come here, because the players I don't have at my disposal, I can play 4-3-3. Then he changed to a 4-3-3. Buvac obviously helped him with that. We got the right players in, and the rest is history. The problem is that Jurgen Klopp, I do feel like he trusts his number 2 so much, like you said, Cal, that not that he can't change it now, but it's so far down the line. Like, bro, you've given your number 2 a lot of power from a tactical point of view. Remember, Jurgen Klopp is a manager. There's a difference between being a manager and a coach. Remember, a manager means you manage the situation at your club. You are a manager. You're not just a coach. I feel like it's the coaching tactically is where Buvac and Pep Linders, might I add, are probably having, especially Linders, having a bit more of a say. And here's the thing where I think what kills Klopp more than anything, not kills him, but probably why he sides with his number 2. We won the 2 trophies last season, and my man was there. There was no real big talk about Pep Linders. And all Klopp's going to look at it now is, now we're not doing well. Everyone wants to have a go at my number 2. The difference is, though, is that a lot of Liverpool fans, maybe not all of them, a lot of us saw that there were still shortcomings even last year. We could still see it. We used to have these conversations. There's still things we need to tweak. And then I think that's where Jurgen Klopp has lost his way a little bit. Like, bro, don't get me wrong. We're going for 4 trophies and everything's all rosy. And yeah, we weren't really picking out the number 2. But one thing we also can't ignore is that the number 2, Pep Linders, big him up as well at the same time, his hold on the team from a tactical point of view, bro, it's more and more being molded in his kind of thing, in my opinion. So yeah, man, it worries me a little bit.
Why is Klopp not playing with 10s anymore when he's got one? He purchased a 10. Remember when we signed him? What did I say to you and Drift about Carvalho? I
You
said,
did
even
say
though I
that.
want him playing the 10, Klopp ain't going to play him there. He's going to play him left wing. He's not even playing him left wing now.
We went and got a left winger in Gakpo / forward. I want to know where he fits in now, bro. I'm gonna be honest. What happens to Carvalho?
He doesn't even come off the bench nowadays. I hope to see him start tomorrow, but after Klopp's press conference today, said there's not going to be much rotation. We played on Monday, playing Saturday, and won't play again until next Saturday. Said there's not going to be much rotation.
The thing is as well that worries me a little bit as well, Kyle, is that again, this is not me digging up players. It's me looking about how our season, because I'm trying to be as level-headed as possible when I talk about our team right now. I don't want to get emotional or whatever. I'm looking at how I see it. I look at the two players in terms of Curtis Jones and Carvalho, and I think who's probably had like the better season or who's had more impact. And for me personally, it's been Carvalho who's had more impact. Curtis Jones has been a here or there. You know, like here, like he's a bit miss. Like he looks like he's about to do something. He doesn't really do nothing. He's flattering to deceive, so to speak. Bro, why are you, when we're chasing the game or whatever, you're bringing on him ahead of Carvalho? I don't understand. Carvalho's had a game winner, bro, in a dead season like this. I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Crazy, huh?
Crazy.
All right, let's get our next caller in. Chet.
Yo, you not hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, bro. How you
What's
doing?
going on, bro?
What's up, boys? Liverpool fan. Yeah, boys, got a few questions to be fair.
Go for it, brother.
I think it's time for Joe Gomez to stand up, you know. I think Trent midfield. I'm watching Eriksen play and I cannot see where Trent can't do what Eriksen's doing at the moment on the pitch. What do you boys think?
Personally,
no.
I don't want to see Trent in midfield, not yet. I don't think it's that time yet. I think the reason why we say that is because our midfield isn't producing, and defensively, because we're low on confidence, we just look shaky. And if I'm being honest, I know it's only been a couple of games since the World Cup, but Trent's probably been one of our better defenders since we come back from the World Cup, if I'm being honest as well.
Yeah.
And that speaks volumes. So
True. All right, next one is Gakpo signing. Fantastic player. But obviously, Kudos was also a similar player who we're looking at. Do you think that we are, well, I'll not say us, but everyone in general is looking away from African players because of the AFCON, and we lose a player for 2 months? So if you're going to go drop 30 mil on a player, you'd rather it be a player from Europe who's going to be there for those critical 2 months rather than someone who's going to disappear for 2 months?
I would have said yes to that before, but with Mane leaving, Naby on the way out, Salah's will be our only African player now. I understand maybe not getting Kudos because obviously he'd be effectively rotating with Salah at times. So I understand maybe not getting Kudos, but I don't think it will stop us getting an African player, and because we've lost 2. So I don't think it will affect us now.
No, but like if there's 2 options, either like a player from a European country or an African player of the same quality that Klopp could develop.
Yeah.
He'd rather go for the European.
If it's the same quality, Klopp's going to go for the European player. It does make sense.
do you know what? It makes sense, but if I'm being honest though, Klopp does do things like, because here's the thing, Klopp is a manager, in my opinion. He doesn't look too far down the line like that in a weird way, because he just wants the player. It's only when things go wrong, he kind of, I hate to say it, but Klopp does moan sometimes, and it's like, bro, you've known this from before.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, in when you think about if he really wants the player, I don't even think he's thinking like that. I think he just really wants the player, and I think he deals with the consequences later on down the line. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah,
it's true. Hey, last one is, obviously we love picking up a bargain. So of the teams going down this year, obviously excluding Everton, let's say bottom 4 excluding Everton, who do you think we pick one player from each team that you reckon we would pick up to sign, basically?
So in the bottom 3 at the moment is Everton, obviously none of their players.
Yeah,
Wolves,
teams
Southampton.
in the bottom 3, you know.
Okay, so
Wolves and West Ham, innit?
Okay, so that's
excluding Everton.
That's pretty 2 are kind of certain in my opinion. I think Matthias Nunes, because he's kind of what we need, even though he hasn't set the world alight. However, I do feel like Wolves are playing so poorly that him playing at that level is not his fault, if I'm being genuinely honest.
Mm.
I think Declan Rice definitely is the one that I would go for from West Ham. Southampton is a tough one. I know some people on the channel will scream Ward-Prowse. I just don't know whether he would suit our style. Like we've just been having a go about, we don't have enough legs in that. Ward-Prowse ain't really that guy, in my opinion, in terms of how Klopp wants you to play, or Linda, so to speak. The Southampton one, I'm a bit unsure of. I can't really think of names that stand out.
They've got the centre back, Bishop. Is it? I don't know how to pronounce it. Oh, shout out to Alié Lavia in midfield. He got injured, but Lavia's a problem.
Do you know what I was thinking of? There was a right back. I think he used to play for Chelsea.
Livramento.
He's I don't. Is he still a Chelsea player or is he a Southampton player? No, I'm not even sure.
I have no idea. You know,
I would personally go for him. Maybe I don't know. I'm just saying. But again, I don't know. What does that say for Calvin Ramsey? I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's just one of the names that, because I think he was having a decent season. I think he got injured. But for me, Declan Rice and Matthias Nunes are definitely. Well, Liverpool probably already got them on their radar anyway. From what we've, seen reportedly, the Nunes thing looks like it's pretty strong on that for the summer. So yeah.
For me, from Wolves, I'd look at Nunes, Neves, and shamelessly Pedro Neto. From West from West Ham, I'd look at Rice and Ben Johnson if Calvin Ramsey doesn't work out. From Southampton, I'd look at their centre back. I think it's Bella something. I can't pronounce the surname. Bella something. And Lavia.
Oh, someone else from West Ham who hasn't set the world alight, but I think he's better than what he is. The Brazilian, Paqueta, you know. Believe it or not, there's a player there. I think he's gone to the wrong club. I think Paqueta. I think if Paqueta went
Bella Kotchap.
Okay. I think if Paqueta went Newcastle to go and play with his brethren, Grimares, I think it would have been a problem. I think that Newcastle should have got out. I think they should have really tried to get him. But yeah, Paqueta.
Yeah. But Chet, great questions, Chet, bro.
Great questions, bro.
Bless you, man. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Have a blessed weekend, bro. Hopefully we get the 3 points tomorrow as well, brother.
Yeah, appreciate. Well, no, not 3 points, bro.
Sorry, not 3 points. We just go through. See, I've got Prem in my brain. I've got Prem in the brain. It's Prem.
Appreciate it.
All right, bless you, bro. Take care.
Bye.
Take care, bro.
All right.
Would you take Bowen? I forgot about someone said Bowen. Would you take Bowen?
Would I still take him? Yeah, well, I would, yeah.
Back up for Salah, innit?
Yeah, we need I think people are really, really sleeping on the fact that Salah ain't had no competition since 2017.
Nah, do you know what it is? Do you know what I can see? I can already see Gakpo doing that right wing, you know. I don't know why. I can see in certain games. You know you can see it as well, innit? You just know.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't mind if Gakpo was doing that right wing if we had a Moussa Diaby as well, because then that'll allow you in certain games to go traditional with your wingers and have Diaby play on the left, Gakpo play on the right, and have crosses coming to the box if you need it. You need someone else left-footed in that attack. We just do.
I know you mean. Yeah.
And I understand people say, but this person can play there, this person can play there, that person can play there. They ain't naturals, though. It's not their natural positions. I want someone natural in that position.
Agreed. I hear you.
God forbid Salah picks up a bad injury or comes into some shocking form. I need someone natural. Moussa Diaby's the guy. I would have been screaming about Pedro Neto, but God only knows what's going on with the injuries with him. He seems to be one of the most unlucky players in the world at the moment. Moussa Diaby's playing at Leverkusen, who are mid-table in their league right now. Go and get him.
Yeah. No, I hear that. He's grown on me, you know. I've been watching a little bit more of him. He's actually grown on me still. If
I'm not mistaken, he's one of the highest chance creators from a wide position in the league as well.
I don't want to say. Do you know where I can actually see him going?
Newcastle.
Yeah. I don't even know why. I just, you just see a club. It'll be them for real.
Boy, right. Let's go next question. Next caller on. Maddi Mad 868.
What up, people? Happy New
How you
Year.
doing, bro?
Happy New
Sorry,
Year, bro.
Happy New Year. You're a little quiet, bro. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. You hear me better now?
Yeah.
How you
All
doing,
right,
bro?
So, if you all have on seat belts, buckle up, buttercup. I'm here for devastation. I may go over the time a little bit, but indulge me. Here we go.
All right, go on.
So,
Go on, bro.
foolish. Well, before I start, this is a disclaimer. Nothing to do with Kop-Ish. Big up Drifty, Callum, and Maddi. Dear, you're protected. Okay, so I had to write it down. Foolish, stupid gooners. You know who that is? FSG. Let's get it right there. People want to know why we hate FSG. Some people will say, oh, they're not the worst owners, they're better than some. I'm telling you all now, they're the worst owners ever in the Premier League. You want to know what defines them? When you try to copyright Liverpool, there's no coming back from that. Let me repeat, copyright. So even if they sold LFC, they will still get money because you got to use their name if that was successful. Worst owners. Second thing up, who was the chairman of the ESL? John Henry. Snake in the grass. He wants money. That's all it's all about. So right there, that's all I need to say with FSG. That's why they're hated. Moving on to the next subject. This is for you, Cal. You see the word Yankee? It's not a derogatory word. If you go back down to the war between the North was proud to be Yankees. There's also a team called the New York Yankees. They just don't like it when they get called stupid Yanks or whatever word you may put adjective before the name. So it's not derogatory. You know, this is not having a go at you. I'm just letting you know.
No. I appreciate it. Look, I'm here for education.
Now, the next thing I'm going to say. Have any one of you ever played FIFA, any of the games, the video games?
Yeah. On it now, 23. Yeah.
If you simulate the game and you're not picking Liverpool, even in the game, it will sign players which Klopp has not done. So that just goes to show maybe even a game is smarter than Klopp. Moving on. As I said, this is going to be rough. People going to hate me. I'm showing my face because guess what? Maddi mad. I'm here for destruction. Drifty said, Klopp, the other day I was like, oh yeah, people thought Klopp can't rebuild. He can't. He has not shown the ability to do so far, even when he was in Germany, right? Most important thing, you all say this man is a world-class manager. How can he think what he did in the German league, and bring it over to the Premier League and think you're going to have sustainable success? Not going to happen. The Premier League is the #1 league in the world for a reason. Highly competitive. So me, personally, you all saying, oh, wait, you not clap out me? I'm like, put that son of a gun on probation, and if he don't shape up, ship his ass out. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. Even your grandmother said it. Even the sun sets in paradise. I don't care about what he did 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Janet Jackson sang a song, What Have You Done For Me Lately? All right. Sorry if I'm going over the time, but I just got to get it out because some people, they're not letting him understand about Klopp, right? Edwards left. We want to know why Edwards left? People going to put innuendos. But Edwards left because he could not work under FSG and competing with Klopp. Because if you all remember, Klopp never wanted Salah. 2 doctors have left under Klopp's regime. 2, and they were very good in their positions. They're not going to come out and say anything, but these guys and them have a reputation. And if players are continuously going down with injuries under their watch, nobody's going to say, well, oh, it's Klopp. They're going to say the doctors were not any good. And how you can start a season without a doctor? I'm sorry, you're not a world-class manager if you're doing that. That's like trying to tell me, I'm going to go and boil rice, but there's no water. He can't control Pep Linders. I'm sorry. You want to write a book and have players posing with your book? Your ass is gone. Gone. Ward, he's following Edwards wherever he go, and you all better pray Edwards don't go to Newcastle. Because if he does, we are done. We are done. Now, the other thing that I say, Club is not ambitious because he's comfortable with FSG. Because when you could turn out the other day in that press conference and say we spoiled for qualification for top 4, I was looking to see if there was a marijuana man in the background passing the weed or hearing the song saying pass the Dutch on the left-hand side, because I don't know what nonsense that man is talking. Seriously. Then the other thing that just drove me crazy, where people were talking about, oh, imagine our midfield, Fabinho, Thiago, and Melo. Really? Really? Because all his life, Thiago, especially in his later days, he came on for big games. He was protected. Other people alluded to it. How the hell are you expecting Thiago to go through an entire season running left, right, back, center, perpendicular, horizontal, vertical? Madness. Plain madness. One of the things that I really suspect, and a lot of people is going to say, oh, this, that, the other. A lot of the players have lost confidence in Klopp. And when I say lost confidence, as they are like starting to say, what the hell is this man doing? Because like you said, Elliott, Carvalho, you're bringing in players, and then instead of you developing them at what they are great at, and then trying to add something to the game, you're taking them and you're trying to put them into a situation that it is not possible. So I'm sorry. I'm good with that, you know. Last but not least, because I'll save the rest for next week, because I'm going to come and cook again next week. I'm going to tell you all something about American owners. Okay? American owners. Name any sport in America that does not have a playoff system. Even NASCAR has a playoff system. Imagine that madness. That is why Americans are not big on football. There's no playoffs. There's no division titles. There's no all-star games. All of these things is how they make money. And you all have more experience than me. When you all go to a football match, it's 90 minutes. Go to an American football game, you're there for 4 hours. That's how they make the money. Peace out. I'll be back next week with the pressure cooker. It's going down.
Hey, Maddi, man, big up yourself.
Hey,
bro.
Maddi, big up yourself, bro. Trust me. Big up, man. You know what? Big up Maddi, because, and again, I just want to stress this. These are his views, and do you know what's so mad as well? Like whether, because some of the things he was saying, I can't lie to you, you know, he just made you sit back and go,
Yeah.
It made you sit back and read it. And I'm not trying to say everything that he said I agree with. So some things I agree with, some things I didn't. But I respect Maddi so much. You know why? Because Maddi, for starters, has said, like, Raj, you know what? These are his views, and it's okay to question. Because I think this is the one thing I will say, Kyle, about our fan base at times. Because we've won something and won things even last season, and in the last 5 years, we've been doing very well. It's almost like we're not allowed to even question what's happening now. We should just go, well, we're great anyway. So, you know, everything's just going to work out. Yeah. But what it is just that you just got to look a bit deeper and see that there are errors in what we are doing. And listen, I don't know whether Maddi said he was a Klopp out or not, but he was just trying to say these are the things that he
Said
finds.
he's on probation. He said
he's on probation. Yeah, so these are the things. And again, imagine that. He said all that, he's not even Klopp out. So big up to Maddi, because that kind of still shows you how much he still loves Klopp.
Yeah.
He actually still, but it's just that he's frustrated at the things that he just mentioned. That's the best way to say it. He's frustrated like a lot of us, man. I can't even lie to you. He's definitely frustrated, bro. I don't know how you feel about it, but that's how I feel about it.
Brother, there's not much. Obviously, going over everything he said, I can't think of much I disagree with.
Yeah.
Like the only thing, obviously, in terms of the playoff thing, which is the most recent thing, one of the most recent things he said, the playoff system is in like the lower leagues in football, not in the Prem.
Yeah.
I hope they don't bring the playoffs to the Prem. I really hope to God they don't.
Yeah. The only other thing is what
Champions League places,
Sorry.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So
No,
I hope
100%.
they don't.
Yeah.
I
No,
really
that
hope
would
they
change
don't.
everything.
But yeah, apart from that,
if there's only one thing, and this is me clutching here, this is just me personally, I wouldn't generalize. So when he said all American, like I think
I still won't use that term.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I would just say there's a big percentage, but I wouldn't generalize because it's unfair to generalize. But I don't think he meant that. I think he's just trying to say if you look at what's happening in those leagues in another country and you look at what's happening over here, you can see there's a big disparity, and the disparity is they're not going to like what's happening. That's what he was trying to say, basically. So that's one thing I will say. So I don't want to generalize, and I don't think he meant to generalize either. So big up Maddi to the caller. I respect your views, brother, and I'm sure, and I hope the people respect your views as well. Because remember, he's not saying this is gospel. That's just how he feels, and that's just how he sees Liverpool at the moment.
Facts. All right, next caller.
Yeah.
Chainsaw DH.
Yo, can you hear me?
I hear you, bro. I hear you. Long time, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well. The first thing I want to say is, in 2 years' time, it'll be 10 years of Klopp, and it'll be just one league title. So let's put it into context. Beginning of the season, he said Man City is winning the league. He openly said that. He didn't sign a midfielder, and he said, "Oh, it's his mistake or his coaching staff's mistake." The press conferences have been negative. He's now not attacking the fans, because you could obviously misinterpret what he's saying, but like he's not, defending the fans. He's not pumping up the fans. Let's just say in these press conferences, I think Mizzi mentioned that he doesn't want to listen to his press conferences anymore, and then his tactics on the pitch have been absolutely awful. Like, from his own standards, his high standards, we keep comparing him to Pep and Man City, but enough of that. When we're below Man City, we're just below Man City, and we shouldn't be. We're big bad Liverpool, as Matt would say. So the standards have gone lower and lower, and obviously the owners need to go. Everyone agrees on that. I mean, we keep hearing the same thing again and again and again. FSG are bad. They need to leave. We all know that. We just all know that. Now we're looking deeper at Klopp and Pep lenders, and we already could see their faults and their mistakes, and they carry on making mistakes, which certain fans, start going overboard, especially with you, Cal. I saw your tweet regarding Klopp, and I was like, you spoke the whole truth, but some people don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
which is absolutely mad. And
I'm not gonna lie, it took a lot for me not to react to certain people in a certain way.
I saw some of the responses, and I could see you would struggle not to respond to that or debunk what they're saying. And like, this fan base has just been divided and continues to be divided, and I don't understand what the root cause is. It's common sense. You could see the issues. Klopp isn't top 2 at the moment, in my opinion, in the world, but people will still put him at the top 2 level. But then he plays Harvey Elliott in midfield constantly. Like, I rate Harvey Elliott. I'm not hating on the kid, but like, you clearly, like, you're playing him and you're putting him in the heat when you should take him off. You got Carvalho on the bench, play him. Like, switch it up, as Matt would say. So, I mean, that's Liverpool aside. I just want to say one, thing outside of football. Obviously, Happy New Year to you guys.
Happy New Year, bro.
Is there any top 3 things outside of football that you're looking forward to this year? That would be one question. And then the second thing is, obviously, I'm wearing my Kopish shirt. Obviously, I'm not on cam, but So I was going to say, thank you for the content, because obviously because of other commitments I couldn't come on and other calls, but I've enjoyed every show and so forth, and I love the different opinions, and people just need to respect different opinions. I saw in the last show, Cal, you were saying your truth, then there was someone else that was disagreeing with you, and then certain people start attacking that person. So just respect other opinions as well.
Yeah, facts, yeah.
Definitely, bro, 100%. Well
Big
said,
up
man.
to you two brothers, and obviously Drifty.
No,
I don't know if you ever come on, but
thank
so
you,
just,
bro.
just on
Appreciate
your
it, man.
question, Chainsaw, when you say top 3 things that we want, are you talking about personally or
anything?
Okay.
Anything, whether it's
Anything,
personal,
okay.
in
Yeah.
terms of entertainment, sports, anything that's in your top 3 things.
Okay. Yeah,
And
do that
that's
now.
just something outside of football, because I just think everything's just crumbling down. But one last thing. I know I've gone over time. Just one last thing. I said at the beginning of the season we'll win the league and the Champions League. Obviously, I'm completely wrong on that. Then I changed my target to top 4 and the Champions League. And the reason why is Klopp promised the Champions League. He said, book your tickets. Now, Klopp, you must, and it's a must, win this Champions League. No excuses. And if you drop out of top 4, like the title says of this video, I'm sorry, you gotta leave.
Oh.
Them uncomfortable conversations there, boy.
Very. But Chainsaw, you're a legend, bro.
Trust
You're a
me,
legend,
bro.
man.
Thank you, guys.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you, brother. Trust me.
I just want to address one comment.
Yeah.
Booger Mant. A couple of people are getting on you for your comment. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't feel offended by your comment at all. And I'm not. I don't want to say it because I feel as though people are gonna attack him for the comment. I don't even think he meant it in a bad way. I actually think he's a true comment. So he basically said he respects our channel, but we're one of the sort of channels that may split the fan base. I actually don't disagree with it, because we think very different to how your quote unquote Liverpool fan is meant to think. I don't feel offended by that comment. I don't think anyone should.
I'm just reading it now. So he said,
I do personally think we do split the fan base, but I don't think that's our intention. We just have a different way of seeing things from others, and we're not really frightened to say these things because, well, we're just not frightened to say. We know it might result in us not getting access to the club. We might not get certain perks that other channels and other content creators get. We understand that. We know what we do, innit?
Yeah. We know there's certain things that
we speak what we believe is our truth, and
we speak the truth, innit?
I don't think anyone should get on Booger Man for that comment, because I actually do agree.
Yeah, I'm not even offended by that. And again, it's his opinion. But here's the thing: he's to a degree he's not wrong, because what it is like sometimes you might come across a channel and everyone's kind of just saying this. Like, I was giving an example that someone might just say the same thing, or the people are. So like, 9 times out of 10, everyone's just gonna go with that one direction. But I just think with us, like, I can only speak for us and just this channel. I can't speak for other channels, but we just say how we feel. Like, I don't say to Cal, like, Cal, this is what I'm gonna say before we go on and make sure. Like, I just say how I feel, and so does Cal, so does Drift. We just say in the moment, if someone asks me a question about Liverpool, I'm going to give an honest answer. There's no reason for me to kind of just think, oh, you know what? Man's got to be careful, because True say, like, man wants that cool because we wouldn't go. I just don't think like that. I just think for us as Liverpool fans, because we're all Liverpool fans on this channel, all of us, that's us, me, Cal and Drift, and you guys in the chat. Like, do you know what I mean? We're all Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
All we want to do is talk Liverpool and have a conversation. This channel was built to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And when you have a conversation, you're not all going to agree, are you? That's the whole point of a conversation. Because let's be real. In football, we're going to have so much different opinions. And if we wasn't diverse with our opinions, then it kind of just wouldn't, I don't know, it just wouldn't be organic, innit? That's how I'm trying to say, innit? We're organic, innit? Like, off the cuff, like how I feel, how Cal feels, how Drift feels. I don't know what else to say to that, really. But big at the comment, no?
Yeah, Also, another thing, guys, even if you dislike a channel, respectfully, please don't come on here and cuss that channel on here. because
facts.
I'm very much of the
everyone's
I
different.
don't want to put a channel down to raise our channel.
Facts.
Like cream rises to the top. I hand on heart believe one day we'll be one of the biggest and best content creators for Liverpool Football Club in the world. I don't want to do that by stepping on other channels. I want to raise other channels so we all grow together. So if you dislike another channel, fair enough, but please don't bring that energy here. Please don't disrespect or talk bad about other channels in the chat or anything like that. That's your opinion, that's fine. But I beg you don't bring it here, because one, we get on with pretty much all the other Liverpool channels. Like we built up friendships and all that there.
Yeah.
But second of all, that's not our energy here. We don't put down other channels because we know how hard it is to do this.
Trust
so
me.
They know how hard it is as well. So if you don't like other channels, fine. But when you're here, just focus on Kopish. And if you think you agree, if you agree with us, big up. If you disagree with us, call us out on it. But don't put other channels down, because we're all trying to get to where we want to get to in it. So that's what I say on that.
We're a voice. We're just a voice. That's all we are. We're just a voice for you guys.
Facts.
And ourselves. So
yeah. And look, in regards to splitting the fan base as well, like let's be honest, me, Matt, and Drift, we split between us.
Yes, bro, we're split.
You don't even see the half of it, people in the WhatsApp group and all that when we all go back and forth. So
there's the amount of times that man are just like, what? And Carl's like, yeah, and I'm like, no, bro. And just like, I don't know, bro. I can't tell you, like, it's crazy.
Mad.
It's mad. It's actually mad. People don't even realize, like.
So yeah, big up everyone in chat. Right, let's get our next caller in.
Indeed.
They say this is a big rich town.
Yay. What it do?
What's going on, bro?
Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, bro.
Gave Matt his Happy New Year gift actually with the Kata, the Naby Kata.
Yeah. I saw it.
montage.
Yeah. I saw it. Hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie, tears were rolling down my eyes.
I know, right?
I was like, oh my days, like this is. It's mad, isn't it? When a player is actually available and can play, and they're able to play at their best, you see what they can do. But bro, even I'm honest in it. We just haven't seen it enough.
Yeah.
That's a small sample size of his Liverpool career.
Yeah, I know. All right, so I know we gotta stay within the 3-minute time and everything. So
we can go slightly.
We can go a bit longer, bro. It's cool.
Yeah, 2 main points. All right. So last week, when we played Leicester, I remember I came on the show and I was trying to make a point about the fact that Matt, you were saying how you didn't see Ox contribute at all, really. You're like, oh, even his points that he did contribute, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I did say that. You're right. Yeah, I did.
And I was looking at it, and I'll go through these points real quick. Like 15th minute, Nunez draws a penalty outside the box, but that was from the start of where we started to have the build up. 19th minute, Robbo made a horrible pass and then we countered with Ox in the 23rd minute, giving Darwin the pass that gave him that actual chance to give Mo a shot. That's one chance. 26th minute, Ox picks up an offside for a giveaway that he did score, but that got taken away. 45th minute, Ox gave pass to Darwin that led to an actual goal attempt, And then all these points why I'm bringing them up is because sometimes, we overlook people's contributions because of, I'm not saying you have a narrative, I'm not saying you have an agenda. That's not what I'm pointing about. But sometimes whatever it is inside of us, we just overlook the actual play of certain players. And yet in a game where there was nothing to really brag about, the only highlights came from him, realistically. Yet his rating was low, yet there was a lot of back and forth about how he needs to go and he needs to do this and needs to do that. That was just something I wanted to actually bring up. And then the final point, because I know I'm only in a minute, I really wanted to say about this whole thing about, Klopp and Pep. I actually brought up something because I did an article actually on a piece on this, but I almost don't want to put it out simply because I don't want the wrong narrative to be produced from it, because I out. I'm not Klopp out. I'm not Pep out either, because realistically, Pep joined in 2018, so that means he's been here for 4.5 years, right? Basically, and in 4 years, he's won every title possible for LFC. So it's cool. I get it. Like, as in, we all have these agendas, or not agendas, but we all have these perspectives. Let's call them. Okay. But let's get real. In 4 years, he's won everything alongside that man. And when he came in 2018, because we won in 2019, the title. Okay. When he came in, his mode of transferring us from that heavy metal to somewhat of I guess you call it Dutch rock, okay, is like,
that's a good way of saying, actually.
Is what we've all been frustrated to transfer with, because we all look at it like we're used to that heavy press, legs for days, just keep going at him, keep going at him, and now this new style of what he's bringing towards us, this transformation from what Klopp was doing and now what he's doing, is hands-on different. And I know, Cal, you said, prove me wrong, bring up some points and such and such. I just think that if someone told me that in 4 years you're going to win every major title, you're going to bring us something that we haven't done in 30 years, okay?
I hate it.
You're going to bring us the pinnacle of Europe by winning us the Champions League. Not saying he individually did it, but his influence has definitely been seen in this team. If you're going to tell me all those types of things, and then in a small, not even a half year, where we have all this condensed schedule, with the World Cup, players' injuries, players holding back somewhat the amount of interest, or not interest, but amount of not being scared to get injured so they can't possibly go to the World Cup. All these different things, you're going to wear all these different things in, and then you're going to say, he's got to go. He's the problem. Those things are why I'm I love our fan base. I love everything about the fact that we get forums like this, that we get to talk on and get to approach others and everything else. There's a lot of nuances about the football world in general that, me being a part of it, I don't even sometimes understand. Okay. But realistically, when you hear these things, it's like what I said about the ox thing. Your frustrations sometimes play with your real approach to really dissecting what you have before you. And you don't appreciate the fact that, I love the fact that we just went for a quad last year. If someone told me that we were about to get football immortality, and then you say, the window's gone, dog, you're out.
Can I rebuttal? Ghost, can I rebuttal? I hear where you're coming from. First and foremost, I hear where you're coming from. You've got a point. What I will say, if I'm going to be really nitpicky, when we won the Champions League, we played heavy metal football to do it. When we won the Premier League, I'd say that season was when we started to tweak things a little bit.
Yeah.
But we were still primarily heavy metal football. But what I did think we did that season is manage games better. We weren't heavy metal for 90 minutes. We were heavy metal for maybe 65, 70 minutes. By that time, the game was won. So we were good.
Right.
2021, I write that season off because even though I feel as though it's either FSG or Klopp's fault why we didn't get another centre-back, we just had a crazy season with injuries and bad luck. So I'll write that season off. Last season, we went for immortality. But we were starting to see signs of this side to side and defensively leaky and midfield starting to break down. And then this season, it's just culminated in an absolute, it's terror now. I look at Liverpool and I think in myself, I would fear going up against most teams now because I look at one or two players in each team and think they might do a madness to our midfield and our defense potentially. So that's where I look at Pep Lijnders and I think you have tried to change too much too soon.
Yeah.
And why did you go so far away from a winning formula? Now, this whole notion of don't change it unless it's broke, I disagree. You've got to tweak every season. Pep Guardiola is the master of it. Pep Guardiola, when he first came to the league to how he plays now, is night and day. But he didn't do it over the course of a summer. And he's always refreshed his players. We're not doing that. And with Pep Linders, and again, for me, the frustration with Pep Linders, he's P. Diddy, bro. All up in the videos and busting bottles, doing the dance, doing the Harlem Shake. I don't want to see that for my number 2. And that's my frustration. Sorry, bro. Go on.
So just a quick rebuttal, though, to your rebuttal is that, one, Pep did somewhat transfer our approach last year. We agree on that, right? I mean, we can agree that it wasn't heavy metal last year, like as in and possibly
you're right. It
why
wasn't.
a lot of the defensive struggles and this and that we had, and you're saying how side to side, But I get when people also, the second point is I also get when people say Pep. Pep has a nation state that has the purse strings for what he can do. Pep has the ability to say, okay, I'm going to field a B team that could face off against any team in the Premier League. So I get it when people go, oh, Pep, but Pep plays by different rules. So if you want to get mad at someone, get mad at the city owners, get mad at owners like PSG. Because now everything in the Premier League is different. Everything is different in the sense of you didn't have to have a second team that was like some all-star team within itself. But because they have those purse strings and because they have the ability to do those types of things, now the level is raised so immensely high that you need every team to have a nation state behind it for you to actually literally compete.
Isn't that life though, bro?
But what I was gonna say, do you know what, 12 man, I hear exactly what you're saying actually. One thing I will say is this, and this is one thing it's taught us. I'll give you an example. Look at, and it may be it's an anomaly, by the way. Arsenal, they're not backed by a state. They're just playing very good football. They're in a feel-good moment. And I think their managers actually got their tactics spot on with the players that they have at their disposal. With us, we've had a bad start in terms of, because I think it actually stemmed from players not being fit. And maybe even tactically as well. Because remember, we've always said as well, like, why is Salah holding the touchline? Like, why is he on the byline? Mohamed Salah's best work for Liverpool over the years has been when he's in that inside right pocket. That's like his thing. But we're seeing more and more him being played out on the right hand side. And not only that, I feel like sometimes Harvey Elliott, bless the guy, because I think Harvey Elliott's still quality. But again, I think Harvey Elliott playing in the midfield and not understanding what to do, where to be positioned to allow Mo to do his thing is also causing an issue. These issues for me stem, whether it's from Klopp or Linders, it's still a tactical thing. And I just feel like with Pep Linders as well, like there's little tweaks. I feel like you can make these tweaks that we can be more defensively able. Pushing, even like the fullbacks, because we want to see rampaging fullbacks. But do you know what's so mad? I was speaking to a couple of people today about Arsenal, and they were telling me how their fullbacks don't really rampage forward. Maybe because they don't have the personnel to do it, so to speak, but they don't really rampage. But they know who they have at their disposal. So they allow Saka and Martinelli to go one-on-one. If they can't beat their man, cool. Because if they get countered, they still got the 4 fullbacks, with 4 defenders at the back. With us, though, we're not in good form. Players are a little bit iffy. Why not just say to even one of them, do you know what? We're going to be tactically flexible. Trent, you're going to overlap. Robertson, you're not going to overlap. Tuck in. If we get countered, at least we defend in a back 3. Fabinho, you kind of make it back 4. You're the protector ahead. But it's like these little tweaks that we can all see, but they're not. Like, remember, we're just looking on a telly, or if you're at the ground, on the ground. These guys are with them every day in training. And I feel like these are the things that they should be working on, but we can see not more, but like they're just ignoring these glaring issues. And that's my worry. If anything, 12 man. That's my worry.
Can I get 2 rebuttals in?
Yeah, of course, bro. Yeah, of course, man.
So I get what you're saying about Arsenal. Ask Arsenal how they feel about who I believe, again, is a threat, Newcastle. Because realistically, Newcastle, again, a nation state, all of a sudden this would we should I start calling you guys Doc and say where's the DeLorean? Because this is not 1927, you know, like this isn't where we went back in time and Newcastle should be competing for titles. Okay. But yet here we are. Okay. And I agree. The tweaks and things, you know, tactically wise and everything else, people really go at Klopp. But one thing I've noticed personally is that when we had our run, we were masters of that high line. Whereas we utilized the offside as if it was a fifth defender.
Yeah. Okay? Agreed. I fully agree, you know.
That is something that has really realistically fallen down in the number of calls or offsides that I get to see that's getting apart. Because often when I see that back line, they're tattered. They're not like really informed with each other. Yeah. Whether it's maybe it's because of injuries and they're not able to get, you know, in sync with each other, whichever the case is. But that's something that I would address is that, yeah, you know, we went from having a great back line that utilized that offside that now when we see the high line, we're like, everyone's like, I don't even know what's the purpose of it. You know, now that's why you see Trent. That's why you see all this like focus on the defensive struggles of some of the players that hold that back line. That's my personal opinion. And realistically, you know, I know we got hit on the fact that we were getting outplayed for balls for you know, corners against players that were under 6 feet tall. Yet we've got these like, you know, behemoth style men that are like 6'2", 6'3", and we're getting beat for it. You know, like those things. And maybe we have to focus more on our because we do have an actual coach for corners. You know, like maybe have to focus more on him or something like that. But I just can't say enough that often the loudest people in the room tend to be the ones that have sometimes the least amount of knowledge, but also are just the ones that are just so frustrated that they just start spouting whatever hits their tongue, and they don't really analyze the fact of there are reasons why we're in these positions or places. There is somewhat that, you know, obviously they have some type of vision. You know, let's get real. If Diaz wasn't hurt, or if Bobby wasn't going through a little bit of a knock right now, or if, like, you know, all these different things. The same reason why you're saying about, you know, people, the midfield was our main focus. No, it wasn't. My main focus was like the front line, basically, and Mane leaving. So I get we all have these things. Yeah, and I get it was both, but primarily we went out for both, and one went to Real Madrid. So, like, you know, it's not like we didn't say, hey, we're going to neglect this and not even address it. They attempted to address it. They got spurned by someone who decided to go to Real. And the thing about it is, and since we want to talk about Americans, I get that people don't really sometimes comprehend this, but transfers in the Premier League or in soccer are different than transfers or trades that you see in other sports.
They are different, very different.
Yes, I brought up someone's name. I forget who it was, or the French Rabelais or something like that. And someone in the comments said something about, oh, wait till you deal with dealing with his mother. And I'm like, you realize these things, man. You can have a mom derail the entire transfer.
Yeah, happened with Fekir. Happened with Fekir's brother.
Yeah.
All these things are like factors that people don't necessarily put into the equation. But yet, if I want to trade for LeBron James and I own the Sixers, hey, as long as I put the right package together,
it's very different. Yeah. No, it's very. You're right. It's very different. One thing I will say, this is the last thing I'm going to say. Actually, in terms of your point, it was mainly about the high line. Mm-hmm. This is where I think we've really gone wrong and we haven't accepted who we are. The high line, in my opinion, is when you're basically saying to your opponent, we are better than you and we can squeeze the pitch as much as we like and we are comfortable in playing in your half of the pitch. The midfielders are able to go lateral. They're able to counter press and press and make sure that if there is a ball over the top or they play through, we can get back. Not only that, we've got athletic defenders that can deal with whatever you throw at us, right?
Right.
we're at a stage now where there's a transition where some players aren't maybe as young as they used to be. Some players are also off form.
Yeah.
What I struggle to understand is why is it that no one in Liverpool can go, do you know what? We're not really how we were last season or the year before. Let's drop back a bit. Because here's the thing. I almost feel like it's a bit, you're too proud. You don't want to concede a bit of pitch. Bro, it's okay to concede some pitch, you know, if you realize the players at your disposal, are not the same players. When you were squeezing the pitch originally, you had a fully fit Gini Wijnaldum, a Fabinho who was raring to go because he didn't really do as much as he could have at Real Madrid, and at Monaco he won a league and he was raring to go, and Jordan Henderson was just literally buzzing off the walls ready to show people that there's a reason why he didn't go to Fulham, because he's Liverpool's captain. Then on top of that, you bring in Virgil van Dijk, who's one of the most athletic defenders that we've seen. You pair him up with Matip, one of the smartest defenders, and you've got an exuberant Trent and a Robertson who got relegated and is like, I'm gonna show the world what I can do. In my opinion, even as humans, there's only so much you can get them to be like, we're going to squeeze this pitch and we're going to make sure you guys don't get nothing. That's what we used to do. We used to challenge the opposition and be like, you can't play. Listen, we're so good. We'll play in your half. What if you can run past us? We're just going to catch you. We can't do that anymore. We are literally, it's you know, it's painful to see. And this is where people might have a go at me for this. It's an ego thing. It's where you have to accept that these players are not the same players they were when you first started using these tactics. It's okay to step back and go, do you know what? Yeah, Jurgen, we can't really play as high of a line. Let's concede a bit of pitch and give our players a chance. But you know what? It's like we're willing to just like stay on that hill and just be like, well, we'll just keep it going until literally the wheels fall off. I don't know how you feel about that.
You're right. Ego is. Ego is and swagger is cool, but if you don't click and you still walk as if your shit don't stink, basically, you're going to look stupid. Yeah, and I get that completely. But at the same time, I know that I was one of the first to come. I was getting mocked in the beginning of the season. I was saying we should go just 4-2-3-1, but if anything, maybe just pressing more sense of saying, we're just going to throw the kitchen sink at you. We're going to put as many offensive-minded players going forward, going this direction, and just say and try to utilize that high line. That was back when I thought we could utilize a high line better. Just go at it, and having those players such as Bobby at the 10, or even now Hakpo being at the 10 or something along those lines, to be able to bring different tweaks and changes to the system that could make you say, oh, now we gotta sit here. We can't. There's no, we knew what Liverpool was going to do. We now have to figure out what they are going to bring to the table. But I get that. And I'm not saying that I don't think we need a midfielder. I'm not saying that I'm not appreciative that the fact that we did go out and get in my opinion, a top-notch forward. But at the same time, I just think that those things will come. And, even so, even if we got what's the Moroccan boy that plays in
Amrabat,
and I'm gonna say
Amrabat, Florentino, yeah.
So even if we got a player like that per se, because real quick, because no one in any chat, any forum, any person that says this is their badge was like before Ginny came here. It was like, what top player we have to go get? Ginny Wijnaldum. He's top on all our lists. Not one player. And if you did, you need to give me the lottery numbers, because realistically, that was never the case. And now we're all pining over Ginny leaving, whereas we should have some faith the fact that they picked Ginny out and was able to make him such an integral cog in our system that we could say we could probably do it again with some player that you, me, none of us have ever even heard of. Because realistically, that's what Ginny was. I'm not saying he was a nobody, but I'm just saying that no one was like, hey, when he comes, he's the missing link. He's the Hakpo. And we just heard him say that Hakpo's the missing link. Can we give him a little bit of time to just show us if he's what he meant? That's what I'm really getting at.
No, it's true. It's true. It's true.
Keep your heads up, people.
I'm trying, bro.
I know, bro. You know what it is? So, you know, because everything's been so negative. You're just, it's like you're trying to fight the demon. Even in your sleep, you're trying to fight the demons.
I know.
It's crazy.
I know.
Nah, but
it's not easy at all. But
it's not. But you know what, though? One thing I will say is I think, listen, we're going through a real bad patch. I think we will get through it. The only problem is that we just don't know how long it is. That's the only thing. And I think everyone just feels that way. We don't know how long this bad patch is going to last for. But what you know what it is? I hope whether it's I don't know, how many weeks from now, months, we can all sit back and go, do you remember what's going for that really bad patch? We just didn't know what was going on. But if I'm being honest, and I'll be genuinely honest, I think it's when we get new owners, you know. I think because there'll be a different approach. I think sometimes you have to rip out the scrapbook and just go start from scratch. I could be wrong. I'm just saying, not Klopp, but just from the top.
Ask Chelsea how they're doing with that.
That's true. That's very true. But again, I still.
And they're spending money. It's not like they're not putting money down.
They are. But the one thing is, even what's annoying about Chelsea is that I think, dare I say it, they have got a long-term plan. They know it's not going to change overnight. They know that's not going to happen. Maybe even next season. But they're trying to put things in place. You can't begrudge them for that. You can't. I'm not saying it's going to work, but you can't begrudge them for trying to make these adjustments. We got to do the same. We have to make adjustments.
Why can't we do that for us then?
This is what we got to make adjustments.
Okay.
We have to. We have to make adjustments.
I'm just asking.
No, we have to.
I'm not some don't shoot the messenger guy.
Yeah. No. Listen, I've seen the end of power. I don't. No, my son. Yeah, my son.
Coach, you're a legend, bro. Thanks for
appreciate
applying that as well, for making us think different as well.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Appreciate it.
Big up, bro.
Big up to the chat too, by the way. Even though some of y'all hate me, big up to the chat.
They didn't hate you, bro. They just might disagree. They didn't hate you, bro. Come on, man. It's always love, bro.
Love and hate football. Love it.
Take care, bro.
Take care, bro.
That is one of the reasons why we love Ghost on this channel.
Trust me, bro.
And again, that's a prime example, people. He doesn't agree with a lot of the things we said.
Yeah.
But there was no arguing. There was no insults, none of that. We just came in there, had the conversation, and we're all good again. That's how simple it is.
Trust me.
He's made us think about certain things. We've hopefully made him think about certain things. We move on. But we all support Liverpool, right? That's how we do it. Right. I've been waiting patiently, should I say?
He has been, and I apologize that we kept him waiting as well. I do apologize.
Our last call of the night. American Kop in the building.
Yo.
What's going on, bro?
Jij spreekt Nederlands?
Is that German?
I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna be honest, bro. What does that mean, Nate? What? Say that again.
Do you speak Dutch?
No, I don't. You better ask Pep Linders, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Cody Gakpo, bro. I'm so excited, bro. I'm so excited for him to debut, bro. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this for a very long time, man.
Are you a Gakpo fan, yeah?
Oh, okay. You Gakpo fan, yeah?
Yeah, bro. Gakpo all the way. Gakpo Ballon d'Or. I'm calling it next Ruud Gullit.
Oh,
okay. Listen, all right. Take your bias out.
Big shout, you know.
I'm gonna ask him. American Kop, take your bias out of it. How good do you think Gakpo will be for Liverpool? Just a quick question. How good do you think he'll be?
All right, like on a real note.
Yeah.
I think like if he hits his peak, probably like 25 goals, 10 assists. If things go well, that's what I think.
That's what I want to hear. I'm cool with that, bro.
Yeah, because
I'm cool with that.
And he can dish him off as well. So 100%. If he hits his peak, stays free of injuries, continues to develop on the clock, 100%. Top player. But yeah, man.
Fair enough.
I just wanted to say, bro, this whole thing over Bellingham, like, Liverpool fans, like, I'm being honest with y'all, we are not getting him, bro. I'd rather get me a Manu Kone, a Diaby, Nunez, Caicedo. Why waste time on Bellingham? Do you guys know Anfield Agenda? Craig?
Yeah, Craig, yeah.
Bro, the amount of videos that dude does on Jude Bellingham, bro, oh my gosh, it's crazy. I feel like we could have spent more time improving our team in this window. Apparently, it said that we're saving up all our money for Jude Bellingham in the next window. But if we don't get top 4, but it can be very difficult. But we'll see. But I really don't think we're getting him, man. And that Manu Kone, Nunez, but they look so good. Like, imagine we got like 2-3 midfielders, got Diaby on the right, a Bowen, like, why waste 150 million euros on Bellingham when you can get all these players?
I hear you. 2 things. If it's Klopp's man, we got to trust it. But also, you see, this is my problem with the infrastructure at Liverpool. You see Diaby, Kone, Mateus Nunes, that should have all been wrapped up in previous transfer windows.
True.
Yes.
We should only now have to have a Bellingham hole in the squad where it's like, we've got everything else sorted. Let's just put all our eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
This
but
is
unfortunately, we waited too long. And now look at us. Bro, that's just crazy how you waited so long and now it's just an extra transfer that we got to do. I mean, just get out the way. Stop wasting time.
Yeah.
We turn into next summer, then next January, then next summer, and then it's just a cycle, bro.
Yeah. I can't even lie.
Like, how many next summer am I here? Last summer I heard Bellingham was gonna come. We in 2023, bro. Like, dude, bro, like this is crazy.
It's so true.
It's not just Bellingham though. Remember, we told Mbappe 2020.
No. First, Mbappe was
2021,
2021. Then he got moved 2022, and then for some strange reason, because he had a little bit of the beef at PSG, it's Mbappe 2023. Then when we got linked, when Liverpool said they're gonna put the club up for sale, you know, I can't keep doing this, bro.
Again.
I can't, bro.
We're not getting Bellingham. It's not happening. Not under these owners. It's not happening.
How you said we were? In fact, I'll wait until the call is fit. I'll wait until. Carl changing his tune all of a sudden.
Yeah, bro. I'm not even changing my tune, bro. I'm changing my genre of music, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you weren't saying this stuff like
I weren't.
before.
I've been broken, bro. I've been broken. I've been broken. Remember when Jack Bauer got captured and then they tried to come back and he weren't the same and he couldn't interrogate the same. And I'm Jack Bauer now. I'm Jack Bauer season 7, I think it was.
Man said Jack Bauer.
Jack anymore.
What are you trying to say? What about is it Walking Dead when Rick got humbled when he met Negan and then man humbled differently? Remember Rick thought he was the bad man?
Yeah. Liverpool and Negan, bro.
Man said, have you met Lucille?
I'm Rick now.
Rick Rhymes, you know.
But yeah, bro. But every time you speak about Klopp, like I called out Klopp in one of my videos that I uploaded, bro. Dudes coming at me, bro. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah,
like I love the guy, but geez, bro. Like you go for Klopp, like it's like you going for their mom. Like it's like, yo, geez,
it's actually
relax,
crazy.
dude.
It's scary.
It's just Klopp, dude.
Yeah,
it's chill, man.
It is scary. The fact that you can't even here's the thing, like no manager is perfect. And I feel like you should be able to analyze and even criticize at times if someone's wrong. It doesn't matter how great they are. Do you know what I mean? Like, I reckon 99.9% Liverpool fans still want Klopp to be there. The only thing is they still have issues. And it's okay to have issues. Do you know what I mean?
100% agree, bro. I still want him at the club, but like there's still things he can do to improve. Like he used to fist pump. Like when was the last time he fist pumped? When was the last time you see him in the crowd?
Yeah, it's
It
true.
don't happen no more,
Might have
bro.
been last year, and I can't even front, bro.
It was. Maybe
That's
the
true.
Man. No, not even the Man City game. I
City
don't
game.
think.
Did he fist pump? He might have actually. He
No,
might have. You know.
He got sent off in that game, so
Did
he
he?
didn't. Yeah, he got sent off in that game.
Just ain't the same, bro.
Oh yeah. He did. You're right. He did get no, but because he got. That means he couldn't done it after the game, though.
No, he couldn't come back out. I don't think he came
No,
back out.
no. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Newcastle. Ash Q just said Newcastle beat them 2-1.
Oh right, that was time ago, bro.
That was time ago.
I can't remember when that game took place. That's how far back it was.
I don't remember either.
Right.
But yeah, man, that's all I gotta say. It's just
Bless
disappointing
you,
how far
Zulfay,
we've
bro.
fallen.
It's not looking good, bruv.
Not looking good, breath.
Not looking
good.
It's not looking good, bruv.
But yeah, that's all I have to say. Big up to you guys, man. Thanks for the opportunity, bro. Subscribe to Kop-Ish. Hit that like button. All y'all.
Subscribe to American Cop.
Yeah,
Trust me, bro.
Subscribe
Subscribe
to
to you as well, brother. And I appreciate that. And so let's keep you waiting as well, bro. Apologies, man.
Man, it's fine, bro.
Apologies, keep you waiting, man. But now, hopefully, we get the dub tomorrow. Hopefully, we get that dub tomorrow, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Because we need a win. We just need a win, man.
Yes, please.
I can't even lie. We need a win. Bad.
Right. American Cop, you're a legend, my bro. I will speak soon, hopefully under better circumstances.
Yes, man.
Trust me, bro.
Take it easy, my bro.
Take care, bro.
Take
Love
care.
as always. Have a best weekend, man.
You too.
All right, let's help these supers.
Yeah, it's been one of them days.
Oh, it's been one of those weeks. Sultan. Big up, Cal. Hope you're well. Should we start Ox right centre midfield? For anyone who hasn't watched the preview, by the way, do watch the preview. We have done a preview for the Wolves game.
Indeed. Out now.
I'm trying to remember No, I wouldn't play Ox right centre midfield.
We never mentioned him in the preview, you know.
Nah, not for this game. Nah, I said I'd go 4-2-3-1. I'd go. Well, at the time, I said I'd have gone Hendo and Keita in the pivot, and then Carvalho in the 10. I don't know what's going on with Naby at the moment, bro.
About what? I didn't laugh. Fam, I just saw a report that said, even though it hasn't been clarified, it just said, Naby Keita is not seen in training. I just think, yo, bro. I don't even know to. Bro, but you know what, though? Could be a transfer.
Oh,
could be a transfer.
Interesting, Matt.
Could be a transfer. That's what someone told me, by the way. I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's definitive, but there could be something. Bayern Leverkusen, apparently, but yeah.
Oh, go and get Diaby in a swap deal. Have some cash on, surely.
I'm just saying. I mean, it's not been officially confirmed.
Relationship, something, surely.
Brav.
All I'm saying, if Naby goes to Leverkusen and then we get Diaby, Naby goes down as a Liverpool legend for me. That's all I'm saying. He'd have fulfilled his purpose and then some.
I'm not gonna lie. Even I would, but you sign up for that, do it immediately, bro. I'm gonna be honest. As much as I'm an advocate, like support his thing while he there, but my only worry is that all the players that our contracts are ending in the summer, bro, we've left so late. But that's another conversation for another day, bro.
One other thing I'll say, shout out to KLFC, who just become a member as well. Big up yourself.
Big up, man.
Shout out to Luke Tanner, who just WhatsApped me. Apparently, Klopp's said that Alisson is his FA Cup goalkeeper, which effectively means Kelleher won't be getting games unless Alisson gets injured this season.
That says Kelleher's going in the summer for me personally.
That for me is really poor management in that situation.
There were reports a couple of weeks ago saying Kelleher's going to stay for the rest of the season, but there are reports saying he might look at his future in the summer.
Can't blame him now.
Bro, what do you mean?
If I'm Kelleher, I'm going. Then.
Was this a Linda's decision or a Klopp decision?
God only knows, bro. Jamrock, just to be clear, I still want to send a midfielder. I'm just saying, if Naby's going to Leverkusen, you knock on the door and ask the question and you try and do something. But Manu Kone is still the priority. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, if Kelleher, I'm gonna be real. If I'm Kelleher, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, raw. So I get 1 or 2 Carabao Cup games and then that's it. I don't even get Champions League games when we qualify early.
This is another thing as well. Liverpool probably use up all their budget trying to look for a freaking number 2. I can't do that. This one, we got one. Anyway, let's just move on.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered, bro.
Mr. Darcy Drifty says Curtis Jones is a 10, Fabio is a 10, Elliot is a right winger, Joe is a right back. I disagree. I think Elliot's a 10 as well. Joey Gomez is a centre back. He's just not playing very well there.
Agreed.
Jamrock says, why can't we play a mid block with this current team? We can, Jamrock. We can.
Jamrock, that's what I'm talking about. This
That's what he
whole
should be doing.
this whole bravado thing of not conceding pitch, Jamrock, is crazy, especially when you know the players that you have at your disposal.
Yeah.
I don't. You're right, Jamrock. I don't understand it. I don't.
Chris says studio filled up fast. We'll try next week. My question: why are we so risk averse? God only knows, bro. Wish we'd risk and pay up for Saicedo, Enzo, and Jude. Then success will pay for itself. Is it Klopp? Is it the owners? The last question. At the moment, it feels like it's Klopp. Historically, it's been the owners, and I'm like you. I'd pay the money.
I'll pay the money. Facts,
brother. I can't. This says it all. Alisson played 4,800 minutes last year.
That is.
If anyone can name me more than 3 occasions where we brought Kelleher in and he's let us down, I'd love to hear.
You know, I'm so mad because Ali's the only goalkeeper in the world that I can think of that gets a hamstring. Remember when Ali has them little niggle thing?
Yeah. Because they're being
on a break.
Klopp spoke about it today with Virgil. He even said it. This is what annoyed me about it. He said he's like, Virgil, he's like, yeah, Virgil's injury worse than we first thought. He's played so many games that sometimes it can happen. I'm thinking, brother, you're the one playing him.
I just can't sometimes, you know. This is why I get frustrated with Klopp. Management. I get frustrated, bro. They say mad stuff like that.
KB says the press has been non-existent since Mane's exit. Do you know, I can't even disagree.
No, do you know what? He's got a point. You see, Diaz can press, but obviously he's not as good as Mane.
Yeah.
And
is that because the rest of the team aren't pressing, so he looks out of place?
I was gonna say, because even though I still feel like Mane would still make a massive contribution in this team, I feel like the rest of his teammates would have let him down. If you know what I mean, because you can't just do a one-man press. You got to set traps.
Yeah,
that's what
literally. It was Man United's downfall when they played us. It was only 1 or 2 players pressing at a time, and then we just carved them up when we beat them 5-0 last season.
Facts.
Calms, big up to yourself for becoming a YouTube member, much appreciated. Sultan says this Naby guy is missing again. Shake my head, Matt, bro. Where you at?
Bro, I don't know.
Matt's the one saying he'd sell him now. Like,
I'd sell him now, bro. It don't make no sense. I know what Liverpool are doing. I'll be honest, man. For all I know, man's just refusing to go to work, bro. At this point, I have no idea.
Kokomar says we have a mid-table budget. Isn't Kabak, Davies, and Arthur? Oh, that's 3 names. Proof enough. FSG are out of their depth. I agree. It is. Coutinho money was pure luck. Our club is finished. I shudder to think where'd be today if we never sold Coutinho for that amount of money.
I know where it would be. We'd be still doing up Lovren and Matip at centre back. No Van Dijk. Alisson wouldn't be there, so it'll be probably Kelleher in goal, which wouldn't be that bad, but obviously he's not Ali. But the team would just be still unbalanced, bro.
I'm not one for receipts and all that, yeah. You know, I went back and I watched our transfer deadline day show yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Remember what I said about Arthur and Zakaria? And I got cussed out the building. You remember? You remember, man? I got cussed out the building.
I'm going to be honest. One thing I will say, Arthur being injured is a madness. He's been injured.
Is it, though? Is it?
No, do you know what? One thing I will say, we have to keep it fair. Arthur, I might be honest, though. He's been... Obviously, it hasn't been what it's supposed to have been. Because here's the thing. You want to judge players at least when they play. Bro, we've seen 13 minutes of Arthur. That's crazy. 13 minutes, I think, in a Champions League game. And I saw some not preseason, some friendly thing of Arthur. Like, that's mad. I can't even lie. He's just been dogged with injuries, but I also feel like that's Liverpool's fault as well for going to get a player who wasn't even fit at the time and he was behind schedule. That is crazy. So in hindsight, Cal, you know what I mean? You look like that claim there was, or do you know what I mean?
It was just obvious, man.
Zakaria, I'll be honest though, bro. I think Zakaria looks quality. And yesterday I think it was just yesterday. Best player on the pitch for Chelsea, in my opinion. We could use that PMP midfield, bro.
Trust me.
I forgot we even had Arthur.
Yeah. Calm says, watching Everton play, wouldn't mind Onana. Yeah, but they'd never sell him to us.
I don't want no one that plays for Everton, man. I can't lie, bro.
Yeah, that too. That too. Jamrock says, Cal, can you do an exercise with our 17 non-homegrown players and who you and the fans would get rid of to bring in new non-homegrown players over the next 2 windows? No, Jamrock, I like that idea. We'll get that cracking. Do you know what, Jamrock? We might extend that and do that for the whole club.
Can you do exercise with our 17 and who you and fans will get rid of? Okay. We'll do that. That'll be a video. That'll be a
with the
video.
whole club. Hate says Genie was techie, but as creative as a toothpick. Yeah, he wasn't the most creative.
Wasn't the most creative, but that wasn't his role. Though. That's
Yeah,
one thing we need to understand. That's not his role.
Genie Houdini says, gentlemen, rank our first team youngsters compared to other Big 6 club youngsters. Where do you think ours rank, and would you swap any to make our squad instantly better? In terms of youngsters, what's the criteria? Is it youngsters?
First team. I mean,
is it first team? Is it
when he says first teamers? It's like saying the easy ones will be like Saka and Foden, like that first teamers. But then I don't know the age. I don't know.
Yeah, what's the age? Because I mean, with all due respect, I mean, right back, Calvin Ramsey. I mean, Rico Lewis looks good, but we haven't seen loads of him, and he's not really been playing right back as such. Chelsea, Reece James isn't a youngster.
Yeah.
Then you've got Arsenal's got Ben White and Tomiyasu. They've got no right back who's a youngster. Although I'm starting to be even the Ben White thing, I'm starting to get vindicated on that a little bit because he's starting to play really well for us.
Ben White's finally stepped up. I can't even lie. He's finally stepped up. I'll be honest.
Who else is there? Man United have got Dallo and Wan-Bissaka. They're not youngsters. So
would you take Odegaard?
Yeah, I would have taken Odegaard. I said I'd take Odegaard before he signed permanently for Arsenal.
You know, so crazy. You know, there's like some pictures going on where Odegaard was training at Liverpool. You know,
Yeah, remember when he's fan.
Bruv.
We could have signed him when he was 15. He's a Liverpool fan.
I know. So I'm saying
it's just typical. It's what we do. It's typical. So right back, and then Harvey Elliott, Jones, and Carvalho. I mean, with all due respect to those 3, they don't get into any of the other top 6 teams.
They don't. That's where the buck stops for me. They don't, bro.
Mr. Dare I say it, Drifty says 200 million transfer budget. You can only sign 3 players. Who's signing, Matt?
200 million. 200 million transfer budget. You can only sign 3 players. Oh shoot, that's kind of tough because you got to try and split the.
It's easy for me. Kone, Nunes, and Diaby. I love Bellingham, but I'd sacrifice for those 3 if I had to.
I'll go Saicedo, Bellingham, and Diaby.
You ain't getting that for 200 mil.
Bro, we can make anything work, bro. Don't worry about that, man. We'll make it work still. We'll make it work. I know, because Bellingham, the thing is, Bellingham will take up about. In fact, Bellingham will probably take up about 120 off that budget.
Yeah, 120.
Right there,
that's gone.
So that leaves you with 80. Get Saicedo in for 60. So what's that?
20,
180,
bro.
innit?
Yeah,
for 20 mil. A man will do it. Todd Cantwell, bro. You know that one. We move. We don't care, but not joking. I'll be stuck. Yeah, the maths ain't mathing. Still, I can't lie. Oh, no. Do you know what? All right, then. Bellingham, Nunes, and I'm sure we could sort out Amrabat or something. Surely, like, we could do something.
Yeah, you probably get. Yeah, those 3 probably work.
Maybe them 3.
Yeah.
But we might have to throw some players their way, though. I can't even lie.
All right. We are going to bring in one caller because they were meant to have been on earlier. and
Oh,
are
yeah,
here
yeah.
now. Marcel, can you hear us?
Oh, yeah, I can hear y'all, bro. Yo, big up yourself, bro.
Big
I
up, brother.
appreciate
Big
y'all
up,
for
bro.
big up Matt, big up Cal, big up. Where Drifty at? He not here?
Drifty couldn't make the show
You
today.
can't make it today,
He's
bro.
good, though.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
good.
Big up to him, bro. Yo, my bad, bro. Like usually I have work, so like I know you just sent me a message to bring me on next week, but like the way my schedule set up, I know I wouldn't be able to be on. Usually I'd be at work.
We had spoke the other day as well, saying that you'd get on.
Yeah, like
No, that's cool, bro.
couple days
Yeah.
ago. Yeah, back in the comments a couple days ago,
Yeah.
remember? But
Yeah.
like I was like, usually I'd be at work with my headphones and listening to the show.
Yeah.
So today I really had the chance. I'm like, I actually just got in. Because like earlier when the show started, you know what I did earlier? When the show started, I saved the link. And I was like, let me see if I could make it home in time to try to get on.
You're unfortunate tonight.
That's what I did. I'm like, oh, I just need to come on 2 minutes to like just, just to clear up. But bro, I appreciate everything y'all been doing, bro. And like I salute the work and everything, bro. Everybody not gonna have the same opinions and everything, bro.
We know.
But like, bro, I've been listening to y'all show from like when the pandemic started, bro. Because to keep it real with y'all, bro, like I never been the type. Like before the pandemic started and we had lockdown, I never been the type to really like subscribe to like people's YouTube channels and stuff like that. I never was really into all that stuff, bro, honestly. But like, during lockdown, we had to find something to do, like, to occupy your time and stuff. So I was like, let me search up like some Liverpool content creators and stuff. And then ever since then, I've been on Kop-Ish, Ryan. I don't know, y'all know Ryan, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's my brother. I've been on his channel a few times. Do watch-alongs and stuff, even during the World Cup. And Anfield Agenda and James Redmond. So those are the 4 Liverpool channel content creators I really like, tuned into and like I keep up with when I have the time. But you guys like the main one, bro, and I salute y'all. But back to was it a couple days ago? Yeah, everybody was getting on to me in the comments and everything.
Yeah, it's getting
bro,
sticky.
I know, bro.
Get out of hand a bit. Yeah, I hear you, bro.
Yeah, bro. But like, this is what I was really trying to say, bro. So let me clear this up, bro, because like I don't want people to get it misunderstood, bro, or nothing, bro. Because like, I don't want to put words in nobody's mouth. Like, sometimes I'm pretty sure this happened to y'all before. Y'all ever send somebody a text message and then like they took it out of context or misunderstood what you say, and
100%.
then you had to call them and explain exactly what you said.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Check this out now, bro. So remember when I said, bro, like, y'all got what y'all wanted in terms of y'all wanted remember y'all was calling for because VVD was out of form. Y'all wanted Konate and Matip to start.
Yeah,
fair enough, bro. Those are 2 of the top center backs, bro. But VVD's always gonna be my favorite, bro, and I think he's the best, even though he's out of form. For me, he's still one of the first names on the team sheet. But I wasn't trying to say you guys was calling for him to get injured. That's where y'all probably got it misunderstood. That's not what I was trying to say. So like the comment, y'all probably took it the wrong way. I'm like, bro, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. That's what I say. That's why I'm like, you know what, bro? Let me call in the comments. Everybody in the comments
and clarify.
You men in the comments, relax. Everybody was on my back. I'm like, bro, god damn, bro. So I'm like that, yo, that's crazy, bro. I'm like, of course, nobody want to see any player get injured, not even a player from another team, bro. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're probably messed up in the head, bro. Like no normal person want to see any player get injured whatsoever, bro. So that's what I really meant, bro. I was like, yo, y'all wanted to see that partnership. There you go. But unfortunately, it had to come under these circumstances where VVD had to, have a spell on the sidelines now for like a month or whatever, Unfortunately, bro. And it's sad to see, bro. But I trust in the center back pairings we have, bro. So since you guys was calling for it, let's watch the ride and let's see how it goes, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against it, bro. Even though if VVD was out of form, that's, I still would start him anyway, bro. But we got 3 elite center backs at Liverpool Football Club, bro. And the thing now is, bro, I'm just hoping Matip do not get injured, bro. Knock on wood, bro. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's
my worry now.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
my worry. I'm not. I know Ibu had a bad game, but in a weird way, I'm not worried about Ibu. I still think Ibu's gonna.
Same.
That's just a bad game for him. I think he'll shake that off. It's Matip's fitness Because if it goes to Joey G and Ibu,
Yeah, bro, it's sticky, bro. It's sticky, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know y'all probably about to close out soon and everything. So as far as I don't really want to touch on the Jurgen Klopp situation right now, bro. Probably for another show,
We'll just
another
agree to
time.
disagree on it, innit? Like
Yeah, bro. When I have the time, bro, probably another time when I get to come on, bro. But
yeah,
for me, honestly, bro, that's kind of a sensitive topic for me, bro. Personally, bro, that one is close to the heart. You know, that one is close to the heart, bro.
I hear
so
that, bro.
like,
Trust me,
I really don't want to open up no big can of worms right now and really touch on that because I just want to come on for a quick 2-3 minutes and that's it. So that's for another time. But everybody got their own opinions, bro. Jurgen Klopp is not. Don't get me wrong. He's not beyond criticism, bro. He's not. He's not beyond criticism, bro, at all, bro. No manager is, bro. Even Pep, that everybody think this is some type of perfectionist, which he's not. You know, people look at him as some type of god, and he's like he's a perfect manager. He's not, bro. I've watched Pep make so many blunders, bro. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as tactics and game plans and making changes during the game and stuff like that, yeah, I've seen Klopp make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not naive, bro. I love this manager, bro, but I'm not stupid, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always gonna be Klopp, and I'm always gonna, you know, defend the manager, bro, for the most part, bro. But if I gotta call him out, I'll call him out too, bro. So people might take it the wrong way and not comment certain things, bro. Because most of the times I be down in the comments, bro. You know what I'm saying? For years, bro. Like it's been like 2.5 years I've been following y'all channel, bro, and subscribing. I be on the watch alongs, bro, in the comments. You know, like I be having the game on the TV and I have you guys on the computer next to me, bro, on the watch along, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That,
I'm a big fan, bro. Big fan, bro.
Thank
you. Know, I live over
that,
here
bro.
in Orlando, Florida, bro. You know?
Yeah,
but you know how it goes, bro. For me, bro, like put it like this, bro. You know, like if a homeless man, bro, like this is how important Klopp is to me, bro. Say a homeless man be eating tuna sandwich his whole life, right? Or eating just a bag of chips every day just to survive and get by. And one day somebody came along and give him a big plate of food with rice and peas, oxtail, curry goat, plantain, and steamed vegetables, bro. That's what Jurgen Klopp did when he came along, bro. For me, bro. I'm putting it as simple as possible if you could understand what I mean by that, bro.
I know exactly what you mean, bro. Trust me, I hear that.
It's bro. He just came, bro, and he delivered, bro. I used to be like, man, am I ever gonna see my team win a Premier League title, bro? You know what I'm saying? And that box is checked, bro. That box is checked. You know what I'm saying? So at least if we don't win, I hope we win more Premier League titles. But at least if I don't live to see another Premier League title, bro, at least I could say, yep, I seen Jurgen Klopp deliver one before I go, bro, and he gonna always have a special place in my heart, no matter what, bro. If he gets sacked,
100%, bro.
If he
he's
walks,
a legend.
He's a legend, bro. He's a legend. He's a legend. That's what I be trying to explain to people, bro. Like, yeah, y'all could criticize whatever. It's cool, bro. I'm not against it, but I'm a defend him when he needs to be defended. You know what I'm saying? Cause bro, if it wasn't for him, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I don't know, bro. I used to be stressed, dark days, bro. Plenty of dark days over the years, bro. You know, questions asked like, bro, when is Liverpool gonna be at the top of the mountain in the league and lift that trophy, bro? You know what I'm saying? And we finally did it, bro. Over 30 years, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? I'm not even 30 yet, bro. Like, so it's like my whole life, bro, supporting this team. I'm like, yo, I'm never gonna see a league title, and we finally got one. Champions League, I've seen a couple. So that was, you know what I'm saying? Even though I was young around back in the day with Stevie G and them lift that against AC Milan, but I got to see another one. But that wasn't really a big deal. It was the Prem. The Prem was the main one, brother. I'm like, all right. So I'm happy he did that first. And anything that happened from here on out, bro, like I'm gonna always have love for that man, bro. Real talk, bro. You know what I'm saying? And y'all keep doing what y'all doing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
Respect
that, brother.
Respect to you, Matt, bro. Respect to Drift. And it was just a misunderstanding in the comments, bro. That's what it was, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? Appreciate you for coming on and
man.
as well. It takes a big man to do that. So appreciate that, bro.
I made sure. That's why I was like, bro. I'm like, yo, let me come on.
I remember you
said
said in the comments, you were like, oh, bro, I'm gonna make sure I'm there in the Kall-In. So I was like,
bro.
Respect that.
Just got in like not too long ago. I'm like, yo, let me see if they still on. I've been listening, bro, the whole time, bro. But I'm like, yo, I don't know, like, at what time point y'all usually close off. You know, for the calls. I'm like, bro, I saved the link early. I'm like, all right, I got on from work. And I just like, yo, let me just call in real quick, bro. But thank you for letting me come on, bro. And like,
Pleasure,
bro,
Come on,
keep our heads up, bro. We gonna be back, bro. We gonna be back, bro. Just keep our heads up, bro.
Hey, we need
You
to
know
be
what I'm
back.
saying? We need to,
We need
bro.
to be back.
Once we get some of our players back and everything, bro, just keep the faith, brother. Keep the faith, man. We gonna be out. We gonna push for that top 4, bro. I hope we get it. But even if we don't, bro, we still Liverpool Football Club, and players will still come to Liverpool without Champions League football, bro. We might not get the elite levels, bro, players without Champions League football, but we still get quality players, bro, to come to Liverpool that could still be game changers, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I strongly believe, bro, we'll still get it, bro. Look at Spurs. Spurs ain't no good, bro. Spurs is not good, bro. We could overtake Spurs, and Newcastle's a problem. Don't get me wrong, bro. Newcastle's a tough team. I'm not sure if they're gonna fall away. United, they're doing their thing. I was watching them earlier. They're strong, but I believe we have what it takes, bro. We could still get in there, bro. And let's see what Gakpo does. I hope he plays tomorrow. I'm gonna be tuning into that game. You guys doing a watch along, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right,
100%.
cool. Bet. Yeah, tomorrow I'm off. Usually it's on the weekends. I don't really go to work on Saturday and Sundays unless they call me in. But I work Monday through Friday. But yeah, tomorrow for sure, bro. Hopefully get that win. FA Cup. We at least got to defend this. We got knocked out of the EFL Cup. We have to try to defend this one, bro. Because the FA Cup trophy's important to me, bro. I don't care what it is, bro. Trophy's a trophy, bro.
Yeah.
You know, trophy's a trophy. So let's see what happens tomorrow. But bro, salute to y'all, bro.
Salute to you, brother.
The next time I get a chance, I'll probably be back on again, bro.
Appreciate that, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, bro.
Big up yourself, bro.
Same to you,
You'll never
bro.
walk alone, bro.
That's what I like to hear. Come
Hey,
on.
trust
life,
me, you
bro.
know it is.
Live, bro.
Love. Big up, brother.
Take it, bro.
Big up. Take care.
All right, big up Marcel, you know.
Yes, sir. Yeah, big up.
Trust
Didn't have to do that. Didn't have to come on.
You
and
didn't have
do
to.
that.
You
So
wanted
big
to
up.
clarify, you know what I mean? That's what I like to see.
Yeah.
Community, bro. Community vibes. This is what it's about, bro. Trust me. Agree to
Sean
disagree,
Bay
man.
says, "My brother, I will retire from football if we miss top 4." We spoke about it the other day. I don't know how we're gonna do Thursday night.
I'm gonna be honest. There might be a big opportunity that you might retire this season, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm joking.
I was on to say, Bob Paisley says, "I was here at the worst time. His worst season, he finished second. Now we're spot for finishing top 4. I ain't having that. FSG out." Technically, it was Klopp that made that comment, to be fair.
But I think maybe FSG said to me, if you don't say that statement, fam, we're not selling the club.
FSG needs to be gone, but Klopp needs to change his mentality.
Yeah, but once if they said to him, if you don't say that statement, we're not selling the club.
He's saying, "Go on,
yo."
I dare you sign another player. Sign another player. See if I sell the
sign
club.
another player. See what happens, man. See what happens. See what happens, club.
You lot try. You lot took the debit card and got Gakpo. Yeah, try that again. See if I got keep the club for another 2 years. Code Kamar says, "Out of top 4 after 7 years is not acceptable."
Agreed. Just want to say as well, just quickly for you, big up Jamie Phillips. Sorry, Jamie, I missed you. Was Jamie on today?
Yeah,
Carl?
he was on early. Yeah, he was on early.
Sorry, Jamie, I missed you. Apologies, bro. Apologies. But yeah, hopefully I catch you next week, bro. Try coming next week. We'll catch up as well, Jamie. But if anything, Jay, you know, you got my thing in it. DM me still. We'll catch up, bro.
Big up to Chainsaw. Very
I think he's blessed with the
very
family,
generous super chat here. Big up, brothers. Kall-In is my favorite show. Love to chat callers and rivals too. Big up yourself, Chainsaw.
Big
man.
up, man.
Appreciate that.
Love for that,
Appreciate
bro.
that a lot. Matt Bickerzette says Bun, Jude, Kone. Bun, Jude, Kone, Saicedo, and Nunes resurrects this midfield. I wouldn't say Bun, Jude.
I would not say Bun, Jude, or I wouldn't say Bun anybody.
No, I think he's only saying Bun, Jude, but Kone, Saicedo, and Mateus Nunes.
Oh, he's saying, he's basically trying to say, don't get the one midfielder, get 3 in it.
Yeah. For me, I think you get Jude and you get 2 of the 3 there.
Yeah,
you place yourself in this position.
So it is. I think the reason why we're being a bit anti-Jude is because we're now worried that he's going to go elsewhere. I think if Jude Bellingham was like 75% sign up Liverpool, we wouldn't be saying these things. Personally, that's what I think.
I think we're worried as a fan base that if we buy Jude for that amount of money, we ain't going to have money to spend elsewhere.
Yeah, that's true as well, though. That is true. But he's so... I don't want to say it. I don't say this lightly, Cal. I think he might be a transformative player, you know?
Who, Jude?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I want Jude at Liverpool. I want
No, when I say
Jude,
transformative, I'm talking like you buy Jude Bellingham, and even if we was to buy, say, let's say he was able to get only Amrabat, I still think the midfield does a madness.
Yeah, same.
Give an example, quick example: Amrabat, Jude, and Thiago, or Amrabat, Fabinho, and Thiago. I'm just giving examples, by the way.
We need 3 midfielders.
We
2
do
at
need
minimum.
3.
2 at minimum. Dare I say, it just says, for me, we need a clean slate. FSG and Jurgen Klopp, get out. It's not Klopp, not yet.
Oh, I'm not Klopp out, bro. No, he's the guy still. For me personally.
Mr. I say it just says Saicedo 60 mil, Diaby 60 mil, Rice 80 mil, 200 mil. We're cooking. I'll be all right with that.
Diaby 60 mil. Okay, yeah.
I'm good with that.
That can cook still.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
That can cook still.
Jamrocks, the elephant in the room. I was going to speak about this on another show. We need another left-sided centre back in the next 2 windows. Facts. We've needed one for a while. Varbadal, go and get him.
Do you remember a name I mentioned last season, maybe even 2 seasons ago now?
Sven Botman. Matt, I'm sorry.
I'm not saying nothing, bruv, because apparently I'm a really bad scout because I remember I wanted Werner. The people would never let that down, you know.
Don't get me wrong, Matt. I'm happy we went for Konate over Sven Botman.
100%.
But at the same time, why couldn't we have got both?
Sven Botman is left-footed and is a left-sided centre-back. There's no way in hell I would have picked him over Konate. That's a fact, by the way. I would Konate all day, every day. Not just because he played Liverpool, I think he's better. However, left-sided centre-back was there that we could have got from before. And Garvidal has now said his dream club is Liverpool. I'm not saying nothing, bro.
That should be the guy. There shouldn't even be like Lovren better be speaking to him on a reg, just being like, yeah.
Lovren, okay. Do you know, big up Dejan. I reckon Dejan is that type of player that would, you know. I think he would.
Willian says a bit harsh on the youngsters. We are asking them to carry us at the moment, which is not fair, but we have some really good youngsters. Completely agree. They've been put in a horrible situation by our club.
Yeah.
Elliot's been thrown under the bus.
They shouldn't be playing. And here's another thing as well, Cal. Liverpool going for a really bad spell. So what do? Put pressure on the youngsters by keep on them playing them. Like it's like, bro, like
it's wrong.
Harvey Elliott is not a bad player. He's a good player. But when Liverpool going for a bad patch, maybe try players that are a little bit more experienced. Might not even be as good as him technically or whatever, but they just got more experience. Maybe can deal with the moment a bit better. But no.
Or here's a thought. Play him in his normal, natural position.
4-2-3-1, Cal. Cal, do you remember when we went for a phase of playing 4-2-3-1 and /4-4-2 when we changed it up a bit?
I remember at the beginning of the season when you and Drift told me that we're definitely going to transition to 4-2-3-1. And I said I don't see it, even though I want it.
Did I say that? Did I honestly say that? We're definitely change.
Yeah.
No,
a lot of people did. Because we got Carvalho in.
I challenged Jamal to find me the receipt where I said, I think we're going to try. I never said that, you know. I think Drift said it.
I think you both did. I said,
I
said as much as I want it to happen, I don't see it happening. I think Klopp's going to stick with 4-3-3.
I think I said, I think what I remember is, we'll play 4-2-3-1 in some games, but we're always going to be 4-3-3. From what I remember saying anyway. Some Messi there said, yeah, Matt, you did. I don't remember saying it, I'll be honest.
Yeah, you did. But it wasn't even wrong of you to say it. It's what should have happened.
If I did say that, then fair enough. But I just don't remember saying that personally.
Mr. Darcy just says unpopular opinion. VVD is done as a starter. Nah, he's not. We've run him into the ground like with all of our players. He's not been rotated.
The man came back from a career-threatening injury and then went on to play every game that was available.
He's crazy. So negligent. It
was always going to catch out of him as well. That's the killer.
Boy, well, people, I'm going to wrap that up for tonight. Appreciate you all for sticking with us. Make sure you smash the like button if you haven't already, please, people. And yeah, we're back tomorrow. Liverpool versus Wolves.
Tomorrow, people. 8 p.m. Well, no, I said the game kicks off at 8 p.m.
7:45. Yeah.
7:45 will be there. Obviously, Wolves at home. FA Cup. It's a Saturday,
Oh.
Liverpool. Please don't ruin my Saturday. We don't normally have games that late.
Yeah, it's the stress. It's the stress.
I'm actually stressing out, hence why I'm clutching like my neck and that. It's kind of mad still. But
it's just
please
stress.
win. Please don't ruin the Saturday. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, you do your bits on the Saturday and then you look forward to the game in the evening. I need Liverpool to win.
Facts.
We
Sorry,
all do.
Bayesian Barnes, Dylan. I read through all the super chats that came through. So
Bayesian, quickly send me.
yes,
Bayesian, just quickly send something now.
if you could
Quickly,
send it.
if we miss
'Cause
something, Bayesian.
literally all the super chats that came through, I saved. So
Yeah, Bayesian. Apologies, bro, if we've missed it. Just send it quickly now, Bayesian. Just as a normal one, And top.
let's double check, see if I missed
Ma-
any. Shouldn't
I
have missed
swear
it.
to you, YouTube. I swear to God, bro, because I haven't seen it.
No, I've not seen it. I'm scrolling back
Hold on, I'm
through
scrolling
now.
now, bro.
Hold on, I found one. LFC, sorry, Ghost says, years like this, we compete, win a Champions League, keep your heads up. I hope so.
Oh,
Let me see
hold
if I'm
on.
missing
It's
it.
Bayesian's. Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fellas, you have to swap one Trent or Robbo for Alphonso Davies. I'll be honest with you. Alphonso Davies is sick. I don't think I'm swapping them for him though. Maybe I'm delusional. I'm not.
No, you know what it
swapping
is? He went through an injury as well, if I'm not mistaken, Alfonso. He's for positional, obviously, pause, by the way, it'll be you go left side for left side, but I wouldn't do it though. I still wouldn't do it, believe it or not.
Jamrock says, would you use Jude like how we use Hendoka? Absolutely not.
No. No, because he'd have no legs by the time he's 25.
Yeah, no. Jude plays in a double pivot.
Yeah, for right now he plays double pivot for Dortmund.
Dortmund.
In the
Double
midfield
pivot's the
three,
way forward for us.
Believe it or not, in the midfield three, I think we save his legs.
Yeah. No, I'd still play him in a pivot. Just we don't have to sprint to every like.
Let me ask you a question. No, but what? No,
And
I think,
rotate better.
do you think we need to transition to a 4-2-3-1 to get the best out of Jude, or do you think 4-3-3 you still get the best out of him?
I think we get the best out of him with both formations. I think
Yeah.
4-2-3-1 gets the best out of Liverpool Football Club.
Agreed. I'll tell you why. If you went Fabinho and Jude Bellingham as a pivot, for example, starting majority games, and you might switch it up in the bigger games, you might bring in Thiago in there, Champions League or whatever, I think we're cooking. And in that 10, I've always said it. Kyle's not going to like me saying this because Jamal definitely has this receipt. I said, Bobby Firmino at Liverpool's best 10. We won't get into that conversation, Kyle. Oh, you remember there was there? However, one thing I will give Kyle credit for is I agree with him that either Harvey Elliott or Carvalho can definitely still do an amazing job. Because I'll be honest, Kyle, as things stand, Firmino might not even be here next season. That's maybe that's conversation for Monday, but we got basically what I'm trying to say, Kyle, is we got options for the 10 spot, bro. We got options, bro.
Yeah,
got better options.
Yeah. João Felix would be great as well, though, in the 10. But hey,
Basically, says we can't dance around that question.
If I had to pick one, then it's Robbo. Then.
Yeah, Robbo, because I said I'd go like for like.
Yeah, it has to be like for like. Because if we lose Trent, I don't know who we're getting at right back.
Yeah,
it'll have to be like for like Robbo.
Robbo.
I suppose Alphonso Davies. The beauty of Alphonso Davies, he could cover left back, left wing, and right wing at a push as well.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna. He played way more attacking for Canada, innit?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He says.
Yeah. He's a problem. He's a problem.
Kall-In says, I'm just always angry these days. Don't even smile at my kids. Missy's getting no love. Tried the other night, just kept thinking about in the 10. MSG hurting my soul. Big up Kopish.
Hey, don't give me joke, you know.
Yeah, boy.
Don't give me joke, bro.
You're saying the love life's just affected.
Innit?
Boy.
She's like, what are you saying? And you're like, I can't get this Carvalho 10 thing. It don't make no sense, bro. And she's like, what?
Just
and you're
rolling
like,
over with putting in the
you're like, babe, no, but babe, listen, Carvalho in the 10, like, it just doesn't work. Doesn't work. He doesn't play him.
It doesn't.
Big up,
I'd
man.
say Drift says Klopp will loan Curtis Jones and sell Carvalho. Just
Nah, bro, I don't want to see that. I really don't, because Carvalho is a gem of a player. We're just
Don't
not
see us loaning
using the
Curtis
player
Jones.
in the right position. Pause.
Klopp loves Curtis Jones. I don't see us loaning or selling Curtis Jones.
Curtis Jones signed a new deal, didn't he, Cal?
And
4-year
yes,
deal.
to 2027, and he doesn't want to leave.
Curtis Jones had a very good start to a Liverpool career when everyone was injured. And if I'm not mistaken, Thiago was injured, and it was a 2020-2021 season, and we had bare injuries. Curtis Jones actually had a good breakout season. Other than that, I'll leave it there.
Nothing else. Sorry, Dylan, bro. Sorry to cut you, Matt. Dylan, your super chats are not coming through. I've not seen any of your super chats.
Dylan, no.
Yeah, I can see your normal messages, Dylan, but not your super chats.
Yeah, I haven't seen no super chats from Dylan.
Right, yeah,
Nope.
I mean, yeah,
No.
Curtis Jones for me. Before I said a loan move, now I'm saying maybe a sell with an option to buy back.
Just quickly, Cal, because I'm not like this, but I'm gonna say in it.
I know. You said he could potentially be captain over Trent.
You and Drift, big up Drift. You man said that he's future captain over Trent. What you man saying now?
I was very wrong. In fact, you know what? No, do you know I was wrong. No two ways around it. I was wrong. Fellas, this midfield gets opened up more than a cool guy.
Oh no. Right,
It's
we
true,
know,
though.
right? No, it's true. No, Bason's right though.
It's facts.
It's one of them ones where you just gotta be like, yep, that's it.
Jurgen Klopp loves Curtis Jones, but doesn't make him make sense because he's been injured.
He's been
Since
injured
he
to
come
be
back
fair.
off injury. He's been getting games.
Bro, I was
Been
gonna
getting
say,
game time.
Curtis Jones is the only player I know when they've come from injuries, so to speak. Or
Yes,
come
game
from
time.
injury, he's straight back into the lineup or back into the getting minutes.
Yeah.
Pause.
Oh, Matt. Bro.
I can't believe we're back tomorrow. We need to win tomorrow, If we don't win tomorrow night, it cows their UFC tomorrow, by the way.
No.
Oh, for flip's sake. So I ain't even got that to distract me. Just
I'm
in
just
case
gonna have to
anything
watch
bad
highlights or something.
Oh, bro.
I'm just gonna have to watch highlights or something, bro.
For me, I think it's FIFA Weekend League still. Shout out to all the FIFA man them. Might jump on that when I
I don't even have that, bro.
I know, bro. I know. But Liverpool's just doing the most.
Yes. To answer your question, Dylan, yes.
Them
I
days there.
bloody
with
missed the
Do you remember when we could sit there?
Father, this
La-
time
Bro,
this time a year ago.
Bro,
it
this
was
time last
me, bro.
season,
I was
no,
doing
this
this.
time
Hockey.
Yeah, and these times there, it wasn't even. It was kind of half realistic, but then when we got to like March, we were like, "It's on." Remember them days?
I do. Midfield gets ran through more than the Holland. Bayesian Bar says, Nabi, you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Nabi? Nabi, you okay?
I don't even know what's wrong with. I'll be honest.
What's the bet we see Nabi start tomorrow for all the jokes? What's the bet we see him start tomorrow? I bet he's not even injured. We just wasn't in the team photos.
Honestly, I don't even know what's going on with Naby Keita. I promise you, I genuinely don't even know. I
He'll
don't even know
start
if
or
he's...
be on the bench tomorrow. Watch.
Yeah.
He better be, bro.
Gakpo should start. I think Gakpo apparently will start tomorrow, from what I've heard. He'll start
I
tomorrow.
don't.
You don't think he'll start if he come off the bench?
No, I think he'll come off the bench. Klopp said he's not going to really do much rotation.
Hold on. So what does that mean for our midfield?
It means Salah probably starts. It means Nunes probably starts. Ox probably starts left wing. Thiago and Flacco and maybe Henderson, who's back from his concussion. Yeah, people, until we see you tomorrow night,
we're going to get some food.
Love you all. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish and we're out. Pray for Liverpool.
See you tomorrow, man. Yay.
Big up, people.